Welcome back to another week of the Other Team podcast. My name is Jacob Handy, accompanied by Terrence Scott.
What it do?
Zachary Handy.
Yeah.
And we are back for another great week. Before I forget, like I did last week, come prop up with Thrive Fantasy. As always, this podcast is brought to you by Thrive Fantasy. As always, this week we'll have over 50,000 in prizes starting tonight with MLB World Series Game 6. Could be the last night you get that. And then we'll go through Thursday through Sunday with football. We always tell you there's the $15,000 NFL Sunday game that's pretty popular. That's where you're going to get your most money. A little bit less take, but the 7.5 thousand touchdowns only. You're picking for who's going to score touchdowns.
Any Galladay
is out there on Sunday too. You
don't pick any Bears.
You enter our code, the other team, all one word, and they will match up to a $50 deposit, $20 minimum. Whew, got right through it this week, didn't I? Gentlemen,
the team.
welcome.
Make sure you punch that code in, though.
One word.
Make sure you punch that code in.
And then when you get it,
team.
mention us on Twitter and tell us, hey, thanks for the free dough. And we're going to say, hey, you're totally welcome, bro.
We're in Black Good
No
Looking.
problem. I hope you win more with it.
Help us, help you, help us. You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? What's he saying, Jeremy Bryant? Help me, help you. Come on, dog.
Help me, help you, help you.
Okay.
Help me.
I need you guys to help me. I need you to
Too
tell
many
me.
helps now.
I need you guys to help me figure out what strain Trevor Bauer was on yesterday.
Oh,
Because this guy had an all-time Twitter thread that I think we have, because the question was actually valid, but he was
off the
clearly
Zaza.
he was clearly inebriated in some sense.
Everybody off the Zaza now.
For anybody who doesn't follow
The runts.
The runts.
we
I
have-
was just about to say, is runts? Are we still on runts?
Runts, could be
Is
the
that what he was on?
backpack boys. He was backpack boyed up. We have been said that this is the
He's
Trevor
a Dodger
Bauer.
if he's off runs. Oh, shit. If that boy doing some shit like that, he's a Dodger.
This is the Trevor Bauer fan podcast of note. You know what I mean? We love Trevor Bauer for the most part around here. I don't think we've had a bad thing to say. But this is what he was asking last night, and I think it's important that the
my
public
God.
discusses this.
What?
Trevor Bauer says yesterday, or no, what's today? Today's the 29th, so 3
Curious
days.
at what time was this tweet?
5:57 p.m.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This is it, and I quote: "Random thought of the night: which animal, if given human intelligence in its current form, would be most dangerous / pose the biggest threat to the human race?" He then followed it up with, "I originally thought gorilla, but what about something like a poisonous spider? Ants is a good one, but we have ant spray and could wipe them out in mass numbers. Plus, it would take many, many ants to kill one human. Virus-carrying mosquitoes is a good one, about the best I've been able to think of." Okay, so I will now pose the question to you. Which animal in its current form, given human intelligence, would be the most dangerous and pose the biggest threat to the human race?
Are we talking extinct animals as well?
No.
No.
All right.
Current animal.
Because a Tyrannosaurus Rex would just rock everything.
I was about to
Even
say
with-
we start getting some dinosaurs in this shit. It's getting weird.
Even with
man.
those little arms, they would create a type of bionic arm extender to help
the
themselves out.
Kevin
of
Willis arms. Oh my god, that shit's so funny.
that. I don't even know. What
I
mean,
think
what comes
I'm
to your
with
mind?
it. I think like I've seen too much Planet of the Apes, but like I think gorilla, like a gorilla with human intelligence is frightening, bro. They got the thumbs. Like this.
I think
This is such a game changer.
If we're
And then you
thinking
give it a
like,
brain, like a real brain. Whew.
I agree with Zach. If we're going like mammal, it's definitely going to be ape. But if we're going to go to Trevor Bauer route with insects, I'm definitely thinking cockroaches because they're damn near indestructible. So if they
And,
get
like,
human
mass
intelligence
numbers.
to be able to form and fucking just gang up on us, that would get weird, man.
So here's
Could
my
get really
thing.
weird.
Here's my thing with like the gorillas. Like a normal sized like ape, like I think this would be okay. But like a silverback gorilla that weighs like 2 tons or whatever. Like, how do we put him in a fighter jet? You know what I mean?
What do you
Like,
mean? Bro, we send people to the moon. Like, I'm not worried about it.
Okay, but
But how much does a gorilla?
like a cockpit
actually
is
think
small.
about this. They actually,
Jacob,
but they transport
we'll
animals
make
all the
it
time.
bigger. Like, we'll make it bigger.
I don't know. It just
He's saying
seems-
because
How
like
many
the
you trying to
inside
fly
of-
at a time? How many apes you need in one?
he said like
flight?
if you put him inside like the cockpit of a fighter
fucking-
jet, you know, like
a
because it's got human
F-16
intelligence. Man.
Raptor, like
So you try to put them
there's-
in like a little like B-2 bomber, right?
Yeah.
well, I mean, if they're gonna try to pose, I mean, how are we
They
gonna come
probably
at them
could-
when they
that-
start to rise
I
up?
would
We're gonna come at
imagine-
them with the military, right?
I would
that's-
imagine with how scientifically advanced we are, we could figure that one out.
That's what I said. I'm like, bro, we're sending people to the moon. You're worried about us making the cockpit big enough for a gorilla? Like, easy.
just
Like,
seems-
that's
it
light
just-
work,
it
dude.
just- and then it just
That's intern work.
I don't know, dude. It just doesn't seem
Hey,
right.
when
You guys
say it
assigned
like
that to me. Like, you guys
When
assigned that
Zach
stuff
says
to
it
me.
that,
Like, what are
that's
we
so
doing?
funny. You're worried about them making,
I thought-
a cockpit for it. That's so funny.
Like, what?
We're sending people to the moon and you worried about us thinking how big the
I'm
cockpit
just
is.
saying,
right?
like, it's a big ass animal. Like,
funny.
I don't know if he's got that.
Oh man, easy. That's light work. I do think the virus carrying thing is scary.
It's scary. That's
All
actually
right.
petrifying. That's like a horror movie, by the way.
Black Mirror
What
episode.
What insect though you thinking you're going with the
No, I was
Mosquito,
thinking-
probably.
Oh yeah, or like a
Gotta have wings. Something, anything that flies.
wasp, like a hornet, like
Oh,
those
ugh.
murder hornets.
I was gonna say those
murder.
I was gonna
murder
say
hornets.
bees could be a
Oh,
good one
shit.
as well.
Remember the
Yeah.
murder
Cockroaches,
hornets
though,
that
man.
fucking popped off at the
You
beginning of COVID?
Oh god, Kyle's gonna be terrified when he hears this. Kyle's terrified of the murder
Cockroaches you
hornets.
can't kill, man.
Bro, I'm so terrified. Zach, you know me. I'm terrified of if it buzzes and has a stinger, it's absolutely terrifying to me. Like
Trevor Bauer's on some premium kush for this question.
my original thought was like some sort of like big cat, like a lion or like a puma, because like they're already smart and sneaky and quiet and like physically they have shit that nobody else can really do. Like physically, with the way they can just creep and whatever. But then I was like, the four legs kind of like hampers you. I feel like at that point, like if you're not a
What about dogs, dude? Fucking. What about if dogs had human intelligence?
Right, because
Take
I
over the
feel like
world?
wolves count with that. You know,
Dogs
like,
have been studying our ways for.
You've been watching Rick and Morty. You remember the episode where they like the dogs like get their own race or whatever?
Oh yeah, that one is.
I
good.
seen the Family Guy one when Stewie and Brian switched.
Oh,
It's
like when
still,
they had the baby together?
Nah, they was just
Nah.
in a different.
No, but that one's great.
dimension. That one was crazy too, though.
Yeah.
They're just in a different dimension.
What about
Yeah,
the Rick?
they're
I
opposite
don't want to get too
nonsense.
sidetracked. But I won't lie. I actually meant to tell you guys this the other day. So like when I go running at the park, there's like dummy squirrels, like an absurd amount of squirrels at this
Squirrel.
park. And I always think of that Rick and Morty episode where Morty can hear the squirrels' thoughts, and they
Oh,
all start
man.
like plotting against like mankind, and like they rise up against us. And I'm like running. I'm like, one of these days, like four of these fools are just gonna jump me, and like I'm gonna be helpless. Like there's gonna be nothing for me to do here.
Look, bro, if you get overtaken by 4 squirrels, do
I
not
was
come
about
tell
to
us
say,
that.
Jay.
Like, you better come up with
Four?
a lot better.
Bro, A, they're fast
Four.
as fuck. B, the teeth. Like, what am I doing when they start biting? Like, I'm throwing one
If you
off, but
grab
another one's on
one-
my fucking neck.
Well, that's where you went wrong. Why would you throw it off? Like, you better break its back. It's a squirrel.
We- Three others chomping on me.
episode because now Jacob's a target to everybody in society. He said 4 squirrels could take him, so that's equivalent to 1 dog. So Jake's donezo if 1 dog runs
It's
up on him.
equivalent to 1 6-year-old. Like,
That's one of my little chance.
Bro, for the speed, are you? I think you.
done if he runs up on him. Run up on him. He's done so. If this
I think
runs up
you're
on you,
totally-
you're done.
I think you're totally underestimating the speed and bite of a squirrel. I think you're totally underestimating.
I
that.
think you are
Like-
totally overestimating the elusiveness of these squirrels once they're on your body.
yeah.
It's a big
Bro.
tail. If you don't sling,
Right.
Like-
And then one more's already on my neck while the other's on like my Achilles. I can't even walk now.
Achilles.
The other one's like on the back of my other
Hey,
knee.
okay,
I'm
okay.
helpless.
we are missing that they are elite intelligence, so that's funny as shit if they go after your Achilles.
Going after straight, like, weak spots. Like, he said back of the knee, neck,
Can't walk. I'm
So it said
crawling now. It's on the-
jugular.
All you got is this squirrel running up, sling, sling.
So it said jugular, Achilles, and back of the knee. Like, shut the hell up, Jake. What?
Hey, we gotta create that horror movie. That's funny as fuck. The rise of the squirrel.
Rise of the
The
squirrel.
ninja squirrels
Oh
just
my
assassinating people.
I got two underrated animals to cap this topic off right here. Shit that is multi-terrain,
Oh,
like
man,
a
that was
crocodile or a hippo. Shit that is like
Oh,
extremely
where like you can't
capable
get
in
away
both.
from it.
Right, like it's extremely capable in both. Like that's pretty scary. That's some scary
What
shit.
about
Right there.
anacondas?
Yes.
Yeah, I think a snake
terrifying.
with human intelligence, absolutely terrifying.
So what? The tail just becomes its hands.
Also multi-terrain. What?
I think a
For the
snake gets limited because like he can only do one
They are
thing at a
limited.
time because he doesn't have hands. Like yeah, you could use
Get
the
this
tail
gap.
to grab shit and do stuff, but like a snake can it can't like mix like it cannot do this. It can't take it. It can't do this.
I feel like if we're getting
And it's
human
only attacking,
intelligence,
like,
yeah, still.
which I'm like.
Yeah, I
My
think
pirate and Apex Jake would finally come in handy with me never been able to hit a shot with it and hit one of those damn anacondas.
Just fucking throwing squirrels at that bitch.
yeah, I was thinking that though. But yeah, great question posed by Bauer. Man, that was good.
Oh shit, Bauer, you're off the premium.
Yeah, he's definitely coming after having that thought back in at home in SoCal
Okay.
off the weed. He's probably going to sign with the Dodgers.
Okay,
just
well, I gotta ask you guys
together.
this though: if 4 squirrels wouldn't do it, how many squirrels would it take to take you out?
Like 7+.
How many
Seven's a lot.
squirrels does
Sevens
it
is
take?
definitely
Seven will
gonna
fuck
take
me
out
up. 7 will fuck me up. Easy,
How
for
many
sure.
squirrels does it take, man? 47.
Hell nah.
Nah, to
It's
be
such a-
realistic, like at least like 7 squirrels, 8 to
Yeah.
8 to 10, because that's a lot. At one
That's what I'm
time.
saying. At that point, it's like you're overwhelmed. You're
Have you guys?
Like,
This is kind of
At that point,
egregious.
I'm Reddit. They better be able to catch me.
Did
They
you guys
will.
see? Was Bauer the one that did this question too? One of the athletes did this question. I feel like it was Bauer too. It was like, how many? And it was like 5th graders. Would it take to take you out like in a swarm style, but you had like some type of wielding weapon to fight them off? Like that was the question.
You give me
Damn.
a bat, bro. I'm
Fifth
taking out at
graders?
least 15.
And like,
Fifth graders? Yeah,
and like,
it's like a whole
Bauer said
class.
something like 60. He was like, I'm wiping. I don't know if it
Yeah.
was Bauer though. I don't want to put this in Bauer's mouth, but it was like an athlete. And he was like,
It's a
I'm wiping.
horrible question, but that's funny.
And it was like, I'm wiping like 60 kids. Like it doesn't matter. Like
Yeah, it's gonna have to be a whole classroom. You know, like like all 35 plus. Like
5th graders are kind of big, bro. That's a tough one. 5th graders, you're not
you're
wiping
gonna,
out
have,
that
you're
many.
gonna have 2 5th graders that look like 8th graders. You know what I mean?
Just
okay, well
like a
then we
couple
know
of
where we
them.
go. Like you've got to take care of that first, then it's like you're okay. Like,
Go attack the biggest
like
one in the
zombie
party.
style, you know, like they're coming at you in just a mob, like not even one at a time.
Oh,
just
like
come
oh,
in.
okay. That's a better question. How many 5th grade zombie size kids could you take out? That's a better question.
5th grader
With
zombies.
like a bat.
yeah, that's essentially what it is.
Because that's easier. Because they're coming in a little slower. Oh, I'm taking out the whole class.
Well, who knows? What if you're getting like
World Z
28
zombies?
Yeah, like exactly. 28 weeks later, World Z has zombies.
Okay, well then that's
Right.
like 4. Because we're up. Hey, what? If I only got a bat, bro, that's not many.
There it is,
Now,
man.
5th graders with one
better
swing,
give you the double
with
machete.
one well timed.
Two katanas.
With one well-timed swing, you could take out like 4, 6 like 5th grade zombies.
No, this shit ain't movie magic, bro. The bat gets like the bat doesn't just move through them like dirt. Like
There's
What?
zombies. What do you mean? Why wouldn't it? Bop, bop, bop.
Oh,
that doesn't mean the inside of that doesn't mean like their head is hollow. Like what?
Hey, it is
Smells like-
Halloween time. Honestly, we are right in.
Also in the mummy, they're
Turn
just
into a real
turning.
spooky conversation.
They're just
Zombies.
turning into like fucking dust when he hits them. Like what? He'll send 6 of them. I was like, what? No way.
Honestly, low-key,
Two
I low-key
tops.
agree with that. Like, if it's 15, if we're thinking about this, like realistically, like let's go like traditional zombies.
Oh,
not
we
World
haven't
Z
been
zombies.
realistic. No.
Well, no, I'm talking about
Just
like
kidding.
realistic
Walking Dead-
standards
Walking
of
Dead
zombies. Not like
Yeah.
not like fucking thriller zombies and not I don't
Thriller zombies.
You go to
Zombies
beat
are
this
you?
little zombie's ass, and he just pulls out a fucking red leather jacket. What the fuck?
The only way to truly defeat them is with a tune. Like,
Sorry. Okay. Realistically, we're not in a Michael Jackson video, and we're not in World War Z.
oh shit, man.
Oh my god.
But yes, we're realistically we're like, oh, it's a Walking Dead type zombies and they're 5th grade size. with a like modified bat. Like give me like a bat with the spikes
sort of
on it.
nice
I'm
wielding,
taking out
yeah.
like 40 of these kids, like easily a class and a half.
Adrenaline is taking me to like 40 for sure.
Cause like
if I can get some sort of high ground and I'm just like, you're not even like high, like on like a bench,
Bar?
like a table or a bar
Top of a car.
top of a car. Like if I can get some sort of high ground where I can just really come
give
down
me
with
shoulder
some force.
pads, couple of spikes on the elbows. We out here.
Oh, Terrence is lit. You're smart, dude. I didn't even think of that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that is really smart. That's nice.
Oh man.
Turn your Evo shield into a weapon. You know what I'm saying? Got a baseball bat. Turn your Evo shield, spike it up.
This is basically our Halloween episode because Halloween's this weekend. So I'm glad.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm glad we got into zombies.
I brought out the Hannibal Lecter this week because it's our spooky season episode too. How crazy!
Before
if anybody knows me, I'm the least
spookiest
spookiest person out. I'm anti.
Is that the one I got you for your for Christmas? Zach was Hannibal.
Mm-hmm.
I ate his liver with the side of fava beans.
So enjoy this rare spook episode because I am anti-spook, but tis the seasons, I guess.
You're anti-Halloween? Whoa, wait.
Always and forever, man.
Yeah, I always forget. Terrence
How have I known these guys for years?
He's anti-cool shit.
Anti-cool shit.
He said Terrence is anti-cool shit.
He's got to be like the other guy. Like if everybody thinks Nightmare Before Christmas is cool, he's like, it's overrated, bro.
Honestly, it's not that great. No, I'm joking.
This is Halloween.
All I'm saying is, dude, is Halloween's cool for the people that enjoy it.
It is October 28th,
personally, like
29th, and
I used to go to the I've been to Six
27.
Flags multiple times when we was kids, going to the scare shit and all that. Not a fan of haunted houses. I'm not paying for you to try to scare the shit out of me. No. Sleep. All right, well, I don't understand that. Like, definitely not paying to get you. I'm definitely not paying for that. But like going to Six Flags and whatnot as a kid was cool. Even though, quick story, it was I want to say I was like 14 or 15 because I was able to go by myself at this time. We was walking through Six Flags, and this was at the time when it was a little bit more when we was younger and they could do shit you definitely couldn't do now. One of the guys had like a fake tongue, dude, and that shit definitely like touched the back of my neck.
No, that's not. Oh no.
And that shit just was horrifying. And I was like, oh, that's out.
He said that shit was horrible.
He used to love going to Six Flags.
I want to say I was younger than that, but it was like 13 or something.
Because Gotham City was wild. Like Gotham City was wild in Six Flags.
Think about it. That dude even worked there? Because that was the thing.
That shit used to scare the shit out of me.
Worked there.
He needs to be in jail and on Megan's Law.
Honestly, though, if you think about it, bro, like you don't even necessarily know who's working there and who's not. So.
What'd you do this weekend? I just went to Six Flags and I scared a bunch of kids and acted like I worked there.
Yeah. How crazy did it get? I licked one of them. Like, wait, you did what? Like,
exactly.
Sorry, dude.
Where are we at in this episode today? Where are we right now?
Oh my god. It's October 27th. I can't believe Terrence like Halloween. I've probably watched a dozen more Halloween movies. Like I watched.
What's your favorite Halloween movie? What's your favorite scary movie? Let me say that.
Well, I was gonna say my favorite Halloween movie is not really scary. It's Beetlejuice. It's so good every time.
Yeah,
that's
Beetlejuice is hilarious.
It's a great Jacob answer, but continue.
Beetlejuice is amazing, bro.
Yeah,
Michael Keaton is so funny in that shit. Fuck, Michael Keaton is so funny.
I do like
Beetlejuice.
Zach, the fucking scene when he's trying to marry Natalie Portman and he's like, "Do you take this woman?" And then he's like, he steps away and he's like, "Oh, I don't know if I really want to do it. I told myself if I did it, I'd only do it once." That shit makes me like gut wrench laugh every time.
Yeah, that was so funny in that shit.
If I'm looking for a good scare, Child's Play. Chucky is like always terrified me because like I had like a crazy nightmare that I had as a kid that like reoccurred for a little while, and it's like one of the only dreams it was wild. It's wild.
Bro, I had a black Chucky growing up as a kid.
Oh, that's wild. Not a chance I'd ever be.
It wasn't even meant to be that. It was like one of those My Buddy dolls, but he was black, but he looked just like.
No, like terrifying.
Shit is wild.
So I don't ever revisit that on Halloween.
And that movie used to terrify me.
I don't come back to.
I used to look at that like.
I love the original Friday the 13th, where Johnny Depp just gets absolutely eviscerated. That's one of my favorites. That's
Jason, right?
No, that's Freddy Krueger. Oh no, Friday the 13th is Jason. I meant to say Nightmare on Elm Street because, when that's Johnny Depp and he as like a kid.
Because Friday the 13th is scary shit. Actually, that's a good one. Jeepers Creepers definitely is one of mine.
Yeah.
The first one's good.
Just the moment when I first
Second
saw
one's
it
pretty good
at
too.
the age scared the shit out of me. Peer pressure.
Second one is really good with the bus with the kids.
That's it.
Oh,
Stop
what?
on one, bro.
The high school
Stopped
team.
on one, man. They need to see two, man.
Good one.
Two was
Yeah,
all
I've
right,
seen
but yeah,
one
one
twice,
with
and it was
Justin
like
Long
never
is dope.
Yeah, that was good.
What about you, Zach? What's yours?
When I was a kid, Scream. Scream always scared me, and then thank God for a scary movie because now it's just too funny. Like,
You know what's funny though?
What's up?
The
Like,
only
so
movies that
funny.
ever scared me are more suspense and stuff that's more realistic. Like all the fake shit, like Freddy Krueger, Jason, all that. That never really scared me.
I'll tell you right now.
Except for Chucky, but I told you I had something that reminisced that shit. So
The Conjuring.
Oh, Conjuring's
Definitely.
great. That's great.
Absolutely
yeah, I don't
terrifying.
fuck with those type of movies.
Conjuring was really
I walk
crazy.
right out the room.
And then what's the one with the on the True Story in Alaska, Jake?
Oh, The Fourth Kind. Whoa, Fourth Kind.
Terrifying movie.
Wild.
Terrifying movie.
Oh, based on a true story with like footage and shit. That shit's great.
Sleep.
Terrifying movie.
It's like
based
Those
on
are
true
two-
stories too.
Those
Based
are
on true
two.
stories.
Based on true.
Bro, Aliens in Alaska, it's wild.
Those are two movies that absolutely terrify me to this day.
It's
I
like
think
based
that's
on true
Liv
story.
Tyler.
All right, like,
No, it's not Liv
Uh,
Tyler. Thank
isn't
God
it?
it's not.
I-
No,
oh,
it's
it's not?
not. It's her lookalike. Who thank God, because you know me. I feel like Liv Tyler is
She's
low-key
terrible
a weak
actress.
actor.
that's
Okay.
it.
Speaking of terrifying, though, the Dodgers could close out the World Series.
Oh.
Hey, I'm coming with Halloween fucking transitions all day today now.
That was good.
Dave, have some guts. Let Kenley close it out.
It's
No,
exciting.
Shut the.
It's
I'll
terrifying.
Fucking kill you.
Have some
Dodgers.
guts. Let him have his moment, Dave.
No, he leads the.
Give him his roses, Dave.
Dodgers lead 3-2. I mean, where do you guys want to start? We could start with the fucking stupid ass ending to Game 4, that where Kenley blew it and Will Smith dropped.
Oh, Kenley blew it. It wasn't
Yeah, he
Chris
did.
Taylor just smoking something in center field.
No, it was Kenley.
I mean,
cocking
Kenley put
a-
everybody on the
smoking a
bases.
cocking a finger quotes cutter down the middle to Brett Phillips is what it was.
I mean, look, there was plenty of
But
blame
Brett
to throw
Phillips
around.
is fucking
There's plenty of
the
blame to
greatest
throw around.
pinch hitter of all time.
Right now, he felt like it that day. That's for sure.
Dodgers
Shout out to
bounce
Ivy.
back big, grab Game 5. Mookie and Seager just, as always, are just right in the middle of it.
Wait, break down Game 4 though. Ending though, because that was one of the best innings of baseball.
So
game.
the Game 4 ending was Kenley Jansen comes in. Dodgers are up 1, I believe, and
Yes.
runners on first and third. Randy Rosarena on first. Whoever the fuck on third. 2 outs.
that was first and second.
No, Rosarena comes all the way. Oh yeah, it was first. No, it was first and third, wasn't it?
No, it's
That
first and
was first
second.
and second.
I believe it's
Okay,
first and
so
second.
first and second, Brett Phillips up. Who's that? Nobody fucking knows. He comes in. Kenley Jansen throws a meat ass, as Zach said.
3-2.
Cutter.
Didn't it break his back?
No.
No.
No, the
Somebody
broken
broke their
bat.
bat that
The
inning.
broken bat hit was, I want to say Kiermaier or whoever that was. Somebody
Yeah.
started the inning with like, because I did say that.
It was
I felt
one
like-
out, and then everything started. He got the first batter to fly out to center.
So can I describe the ending though?
No
Yes.
ball was hit hard though. Just saying.
It really didn't. I was the first to say that when we were all talking. It really wasn't. Brett Phillips hits a soft, very soft line drive into center field for a hit. Scores 1 to easily tie it. Chris Taylor, who for some reason, I mean, he fucked up. They had somebody tried to steal second, either that game or the game before,
No, it was the next game.
and
It
he
was the next
fucking
game.
the next game fucking dropped the ball there. He can't catch the ball, so he muffs trying to come up with the one hop, muffs the fucking ball. So Randy Rosarena, who was on first, comes screaming around third trying to score. Throws a ball into Max Muncy, the cutoff man. And honestly, I will say he made it up with a great throw to his cutoff man. He did. He got it in, and Randy Rosarena is
Was-
dead to rights.
He stopped. He was
Dead.
going to get in a pickle.
Right. He was dead. He stopped
hits
to
the
turn
break.
around.
Because he
And
tripped.
then Max Muncy from about 45 feet away throws
It's a
Will
duck.
Smith a fucking 90-mile-an-hour splitter from 40 feet away. I mean, he just rears back and fucking throws this thing to Will Smith. Will Smith, it was kind of behind him a little bit, tries to too quickly grab it. Meanwhile, Will Smith doesn't realize Randy Rosarena is headed back to fucking third base at this point. Tries to grab it and sweep tag all in one motion and fucking drops the ball behind him. Doesn't know where it's at. So now this is like little league shit. I mean, it's just crazy. Randy
This is the best
Rosarena then
ending ever.
stops, basically falls over, turns around and leaps, like dives, touches home plate, game over, Rays win. It's
Welcome.
wild. And
I
was
love playoff baseball.
I love baseball. I was saying to my roommate, I said, when you're growing up playing baseball, baseball is the type of sport where like this shit happens to you. Like weird, like just the ball is bouncing and it's baseball. And I was like, that's that shit that will bring you back to baseball for the rest of your life. Like if you're on the Rays end of that, even though honestly, the pain is so bad that you want to try to reverse it and be on the other end, even if you're on the Dodger side. But if you're in the ending to a game like that growing up, that shit will make you fall in love with the game of baseball right there.
Give me a game 7. I need it.
So that's how game 4 ends. Dodgers bounced back in game 5, scored early, but then both bullpens settled in. I don't even know if the Rays bullpen allowed a hit. Dodgers bullpen maybe allowed 2, but worked out of every jam they were put in. Kershaw settled in midway through the game. He didn't have his best stuff, but he really showed why he is who he is overall as a pitcher. Obviously not the playoff narrative that goes around.
Best thing he did was not balk, because that still to third. I mean, still home was a fantastic idea. I just wish they was on the same. It didn't work because whoever the hell was on first, Margot obviously wasn't on. It was just his idea. That's basically it. It might have worked if the guy on first knew what the hell Margot was thinking to maybe distract a little bit more, but he just took off. But Kersh was midway, and it was a good idea. He didn't commit though. He should have just fucking sprinted. He kind of was like, he should have just committed.
Bro, you know how he does this thing, right? And it comes all the way down, and it takes for fucking ever. Bro was like here, and Margot just fucking goes, and it was like we all talked about.
He stutters though. He should have just committed, but he probably that shit was crazy.
That play is so much. There's so much more going on than like you realize with like having to step off in time, without balking. If you twitch wrong and you get caught up in that moment and spooked, you fucking. You twitch wrong.
Because if he balks, the runner scores, correct?
Yep. Both guys move up.
Everyone moves up a base.
That's what I thought.
Bink, he scores, and it was like, and then not only that, you're not really in good throwing position when you step off with that back foot. You're kind of spread out, right? Like your base is too far.
So if he's still on break down a balk for the people that don't know.
So it's like once you're set like he is, right? When he's coming set like this, you basically either have the 45-degree angle and you have to move at a base. Like, so he's a lefty. So he either has to step to first base to try to pick that guy off, or to go to third base once he is set. If he's still wide and hasn't come set, he can just like flick over to third theoretically if he wanted. But once he's coming set, to get to third base, you have to step off and then you can move your shoulders. If you're set and you give it one of these things,
clinch or something like
it's a balk because you can't like deceive. It's all about you can't deceive the runner. Mm-hmm. So when he's coming here, that's why everybody's yelling, step off, which, by the way, if you've ever pitched and had that done to you, it is like a freak out moment where like all hell.
In high school, countless pitchers balk in that exact scenario.
It's just
countless.
It's
because you panic and you just like, whoa.
Exactly. It's a shock of panic. Like, oh my God, what the fuck do I do? So he steps off. And like I said, once you step off, like you have to get the ball to the plate quick. You're not really in the best throwing position. Your legs are kind of fucking wide. So to do that and then to throw a really the perfect ball to get him to Austin Barnes, like it looks like it's nothing, but it was like, man, way to keep your cool moment for Clayton Kershaw.
Great breakdown. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that was really good.
I love that Mark guy did it though. I thought that was smart.
I mean, I get what you're saying too.
You're making his French ancestors roll over. It's Margot. The T is silent.
Broadcasting 1,000 times. Then
they call me Manuel Margot. Anyways,
that's not what Smoltzman's saying. But whatever. Back to
to Clayton Kershaw, to bring it all around perspective, I will say that game. I think we all wanted him to finish that inning. Mm-hmm. But even with him not getting through that 6th inning, what do you think this World Series has done for Kershaw's? Really, the whole postseason run has done for Kershaw's legacy. I'll give it to you guys.
I think it's definitely obviously like a major step in like the direction that's needed to be going in a long time, and I feel like we trick ourselves into expecting it every time. And then obviously he's got like the highest ERA of anyone over 100 innings in the postseason and all those numbers.
All-time strikeouts.
Right. But he does have those. I've always said like the numbers don't truly tell the narrative for Kershaw. Like he's been the victim of the cheating scandal when he was having a really good playoff run then. And then it's like, that's kind of like your biggest memory of him is the Houston Astros in 2017 giving it up. And that's tough because that team turned out to like not be as good as they really were that year. So he's just got like a hard one to decipher. But I think the World Series has been great for him. I think Dave Roberts ruined the opportunity to have really like the most beautiful legacy moment you could have. Like if he gets that third out and finishes the sixth inning right there, like in his hometown, he walks off to a standing ovation, like a really just great big baseball legacy moment, like carved, like it's like type of shit like you write in Hollywood. And instead, Dave Roberts made it about him. It was, I'm gonna walk out here and take these boos because if it gets ugly, I don't want them to see you like that. So I could take the bullet for you, Kershaw, if I have to. I got this bullet. When there was no bullet to be taken. Like Dave didn't have to do that. Kershaw had finally settled in. And I think like that one out, honestly, just in perspective of legacy, like means a lot. And Dave took that away from him, which is a bummer. Because to go 5 2/3 and to go 6 is a big difference. And if you look at it later and it's 6 innings, you're going to be like, damn, he finished 6 and really did his job in that big game for them. And now you're like 5 2/3. It just feels different. I think it was terrible. And Dave Roberts is terrible.
What do you think? We're going to get into Roberts' Game 5 moves here in a minute. What do you think about Kershaw's legacy? Because you have always, Zach and I are obviously such homers when it comes to Kershaw. Like we want him to do so good, but you keep us level. Like you tell it how it is with Kershaw all the time. And you have been critical, rightfully so.
He improved his legacy 1,000%. I agree to a certain extent that he should have got that last out. He was cruising, but man, if it would have got ugly, let's say he doesn't. God, that would. It's like all of that down the can. So it's like I can't knock Dave for that. Like Dave's definitely been coaching for his job this whole playoff series, so I can't really knock him for that. Wanting to get Kershaw out of the game, wanting to save him in his moment, because just like you said, he's struggled so much, and then finally fucking pitch well. It's like, bro, we're right here. I know you want this one out,
in this World Series, he did it in both.
What if you don't get that one out? Like it fucking sucks. I get it. We should have pitched him, but in hindsight, it's like, man, it could have went bad, but it could have went good. Like,
he's our GOAT though. Like you give him like read the room.
Here's my thing. Every time they've done that, we live by that. Like he's our GOAT. He's our guy. It's fucking backfired. So it's like this is the reason why I do think the Dodgers are finally going to win the World Series is because Dave finally is coaching.
Like read this situation. It was finally the opposite situation. Like usually when we go pull Kershaw, it's because like he's battling with no run support, and we're like pushing him out there in a 0-0, 1-0 game, and it's so tough. Like he had the run support. He had
right when he was about the ball. Wasn't the inning right before that?
He had the inning before he got that was 2. The inning before was his first 1-2-3 inning of the night, and he had struck out 3 of 5.
He going retired into that 7 straight when he got pulled. He had retired 7 straight batters.
Right.
Yeah, that's correct.
And I'm like, we finally have him like cruising at this time of the game. He's not struggling at this time of the game. Like you actually, if you read the situation, Dave, this is the one time it's okay to leave him in there for one more out. Like,
yeah, but
come on, you saw JT. We all saw JT. He's got this motherfucker. He's got this motherfucker. Like that was me. I'm like, come on.
Here's the thing, though. Just
what
Terrence
if he
said,
next pitch tank?
Exactly.
Then why is he bringing Kenley in big games if that's how he feels? You're going to bring Kenley in a 1-run game, but you can't let Kershaw finish the inning?
Listen,
like, come on.
That's why you didn't see Kenley again,
though.
That's why you didn't see Kenley the next night, because he's done with that.
He's
done dying by the same way he's died by. I think Dave's trying not to die by the same way he's died by.
Right. I want Kershaw to finish that inning too, but like I would rather pull him in one batter early,
be mad about it,
than one batter too late, because we've seen multiple times we pull him one batter too late and it changes the whole outlook of a series. And so we'll move right in. Dave,
it just feels so much better being able to argue about, damn, why did Dave pull him one out early then? Fuck, why did we leave him in? And we should have pulled him. Now Kershaw's legacy is shit. I'd rather argue about pulling him one inning early and then having to argue about leaving him in there late.
100%.
We were all watching the game, right? We were all watching it. He was cruising.
I would have kept him in for sure.
And I've seen him cruising before and give up a curveball that's like, what the hell was that? And that shit's gone.
Hanging slider, just like tank.
I love Kershaw.
With the 2-run lead at the time,
we don't have to. I'm just happy the man has he did his job.
So happy for him too. I don't want that to take away. You're right. I don't want that.
He did his job. Like,
absolutely.
Dave stepped up. Honestly, looked at it that way, Paulie, as well. Like, bro, I know you want this out, but you did your job. Sometimes I got to protect my players from themselves. Be it, should I have? I don't know, but I'm going to make sure your legacy's safe off of this because you earned it. That's how I'm looking at it.
Standing ovation for Terrence Scott.
I get it. You're pissed, bro, but it's like, man, I can't do it. I can't do it for you, Kershaw. I love you too much. I'm gonna pull you.
And here's the thing.
Nothing Dave does makes sense to me with this bullpen. By like
that to
nothing.
me makes sense. Like it
And here's
hurts,
the thing.
but it makes sense. It
Dave
would have
Roberts'
hurt
moves-
if it didn't work out too, though.
I
It
was
did work
cringing with them too, Zach. I was cringing, especially when he brought in Gonzalez, and I'm like, okay, unless this guy
didn't
gets
like
a
that
fucking because unless he gets a double play, you got to face a Rosarena, which he did, and he luckily got him out on one fucking pitch, which was wild to me. Like the guy's tattooing everything, and you got him out with a fly ball on one pitch. His moves were killing me, but here's the thing: we've been killing Dave for fucking 4 years now, or however many years it's been. In Don Mattingly, even before that, like you're too analytical. You're going with guys that we know won't work, right? You're sticking with Kershaw too long. Why do you keep Kershaw on the 6th and 7th?
You're not coaching with no heart.
And why?
Like,
and why
Dave's
do
coaching
you?
with
Why
heart
do you
now.
keep going back to Kenley Jansen? Okay, do we not remember Game 7 of the NLCS? He earned his stripes because Kershaw was down there in the bullpen trying to make him make a decision, and he didn't go to Clayton Kershaw, and he didn't go to Kenley Jansen, and we praised him for that. We were stoked about it. I couldn't believe it. I said I've never respected him more because he went away from. And then so now he's now in this moment again, right? Like he's in these moments again, and he's like he's stuck with a decision like Clayton Kershaw and like these other things, and it's like, hey,
Well, I can't wait to talk football.
do you want to just get off your chest now?
Nah, we get
It
to
seemed
football.
really important.
Juice. Nah. Get to it. Keep going. My bad.
So it's just like, now he makes these tough decisions that we want him to make, and now we're criticizing him. It's like he's always in a lose-lose, and they worked. Every decision he made on Sunday night fucking worked. They all worked. He nailed it. He got every guy out. And I'm like, am I going to be in the business to say you're making wrong decisions when they gave me the right result? I don't know if I'm in that business.
Absolutely. Just because
How
Dustin
confident are you
May and
with
Gonzalez
Gonzalez?
came in and did their job doesn't mean that was the right move by Dave Roberts. Like just that move alone,
I get what you're saying, Zach. Like we can't.
ridiculous.
I don't think any of us
But
is
look,
necessarily arguing it.
it's like none of it adds up. Like one game, Julio Urias is cruising, and we're going to take him out after 9 strikeouts and shit to bring in Baez, who's going to give up a 3-run dick and then bring Baez out again. Like how just certain guys you stick
The logic's
with,
not consistent.
the logic's not consistent. That's what pissed me off. Certain guys you're willing to ride with, and then the next day it's like, fuck that, we're not riding with anybody anymore. And then we're riding with the other guys. Like it just doesn't make
So you
sense
feel
to me.
Kershaw deserves the respect in the playoffs to ride with?
If he's gonna ride with anybody and do this ride shit, I think out of all people, Kershaw in that moment was the one to do it with, and he's riding with guys that are fucking ridiculous.
I don't know if he's really. I think he's all about trying to get a guy confidence and then ride his confidence. So like,
and I want you to know right now that it had nothing to do with Clayton Kershaw's legacy. I'm sorry.
Hey, look, I'm not going to do this again, Zach. That's every time I've talked on this mic.
Okay,
I'm not going to do this.
Go ahead.
I don't even know what the fuck I was saying now, dude. Oh, Game 7. No, I don't know what the fuck I was saying now. I don't know, dude. Mute Zach because he can't fucking let anybody talk. I forget what I was saying. I did ask forgot. He just cut me off again right as I got into a thought.
Well, we're going to move on to the next question. How confident do you feel with Tony Gonsolin tonight?
I'm not very confident. Every game Gonsolin has played for us, I think it's like these bullpen games for the Dodgers. I don't think they favor him at the Dodger team at all. And so I would be very wary going into Game 6, with this whole Dodger bullpen thing.
Zach, how do you feel about Gonsolin?
Oh, I turned on my mic. I had to mute myself.
Thank you.
Now that I'm back, I'm actually never been more confident in Gonsolin. They literally told him 2 weeks ago, he's Game 6 for the World Series. You're no longer going to be a fringe starter opener. Prepare to be a starter for this game. He's been preparing on full rest with the mentality and mindset. I'm a full-blown starter today. I'm not an opener. Dave Roberts said last night he's not an opener today. He has full starting ability with the full starter leash. I've never been more confident.
It's
in Tony
Snell.
Gonsolin.
I like that thought. Yeah, it is Snellzilla.
It is Snow. I've never been more confident with Gonsolin.
I like that thought of there's no restrictions to you. Just go.
They've mentally told him we're done fucking around with
Same
you.
thing with the Rays, correct
starter.
too? Snell's on full rest as well.
Yeah. Snell's on full rest. He's been warming up in the bullpen a couple games, but they haven't brought him in.
Yeah, it's probably just we see this all the time in the playoffs, and they were saying it about I think it was
Trying to keep
Walker
guys
was
at
out
work.
there. Right. It's like your normal because you don't really get to do the practice. Your practice schedule is probably a little different. So it's
They're playing every day.
right. So it's it's just you getting in. You're not going to go a whole day without throwing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Working. To me, on the other side, playing devil's advocate, I I felt really confident in Snell.
He was good his last
come
start.
out there and shove and show why you're the Cy Young. Why you did that.
He was good. He was good his last start.
He pitched the first game. He damn near no hit on through like 5 innings, 6 innings. He should feel good about himself. And the team is relying on you, dude. You're the ace. It's all about you right now. I feel good about him.
I'm sorry, I have to just get this off my chest with that Dave Roberts shit. I have to say it. It's not. He had no intentions of giving 2 fucks about Clayton Kershaw's legacy. He said, "We have you planned for 21 batters," and he faced exactly 21 batters. It had nothing to do with saving his legacy. It was about making it about Dave Roberts and going 21 batters.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we in the business of saving Clayton Kershaw's legacy, or are we in the business of winning a World Series?
I don't know. You just told me one of the big reasons he just did that was
I was speaking from how I felt, but
if I take you out early, it's better because I can help preserve your legacy. That's just what you guys said.
All right, well, since the tensions are high, I'm gonna just get it off my damn chest. The Lions just traded for Everson Griffin, goddamn it, and I'm pissed right now.
That's a great trade.
Fantastic. We moved it for a 6-round pick, so y'all calm the hell down. I'm gonna celebrate by my Lions because this guy talks shit. We're coming for you, fucking Bears, you little fucking Cubs, fucking Chicago Cubs, baseball.
I can't believe
team.
you really think you guys are like any good. This is crazy.
Playing good football.
Bring back Mitch. I don't care. Bring back Cutler. I don't give a fuck. Glennon, whoever you need, because it ain't gonna be enough. We're coming for you. All right, I'm good.
Didn't they just trade for him, or did the Cowboys, that is, or did he sign there as like a free agent?
Fire sale, homie. I don't give a damn. Take this 6-round pick.
Mike McCarthy's one and done, by the way. He's out of there, brother. That guy
should have asked for Zeke. Just saying, we should have been like, "What's good with Zeke?" But I guess he ain't for sale yet.
That's the only one that's staying. That's the only one.
Hey, that whole line is hurt though. That shit's wild because they got the best line in football, and then everyone got hurt. That's wild. But
big trade.
Rays though, let me say. Give me a percentage of what you think the Rays' chances tonight.
I think it's 50-50 tonight.
50-50.
I think the Dodgers have the
60-40
momentum,
Dodgers.
but the Rays have the pitching. Like, here's what's crazy. Like, yes, the Dodgers should be stoked that they're up 3-2, but it's like the Rays are set up perfectly for their 6th and 7th game. They have Blake Snell tonight and Mr. Game 7, Charlie Morton, if it gets.
And quiet as it's kept, the Rays have been able to score every single game. They can't hit shit has only happened in one game.
Yeah. No, the Rays have been scoring absolutely 100%.
They've been scoring every game. Outside of one game, they have been literally been able to
last night's game or Sunday night's game, where they scored 2 runs.
No, what was it? Game 3? Was it the game that got blown out? What was the game that got blown out?
Yeah, they only scored 2 runs on Sunday, so they struggled there. And then game 1, they got worked 6-2 on Friday.
What did they score? So it's 2 runs. Game 1, game 2, they scored a few runs, and then game 3, what was it?
Sorry, game 1, 3 runs. Game 3, 2 runs. And game 5, 2 runs.
Okay. That's not too much.
I think it's 50-50.
Every game has been close, so put it like that.
In their wins, though, they've scored 8 and 6. So it's like, yeah, they have definitely scored better than anticipated. I can 100% agree with that.
I would say 50-50. I mentioned to you right before we started, they're
shaking
it up.
They're
really
putting
the best. Terrence said it. It's arguably the best baseball name one of the best I've ever heard. G-Man Choi is batting leadoff tonight, so they're definitely trying to shake it up, get a ton of lefties up front against Gonsolin, and just make him work and get weird with people on base.
I really wish, I know me and Zach have talked about this 1,000 times, but I swear to God, I wish the kid was on the roster just to fucking have a mystique about him. I know you don't want to fuck. I know neither one of you. I really wish that kid was on the roster. I really wish Rondo
Franco was on the roster.
Fuck it. The dude Phillips ain't much more experienced, so it's like, well, what's the difference? Like,
I don't know who you take out of the roster to put him on.
I don't know that dude right there because he only had like 2 at bats in the whole World Series.
What dude? So.
Phillips.
No, who do you take off the Dodger roster to put Wander in?
Wander is a Ray, dude.
Oh,
yeah, why would I take anybody off the Dodgers roster?
No. I was saying, I'm sorry, I thought he was a Dodger prospect.
Zach wanted me to do it anyway. Get this guy out of here. Mute him anyway.
Yeah,
but Wander Franco, I know you didn't want him on there, but I swear to you, I wish that kid's mystique was out there. I know you don't want it, but I wish they had it.
Nah. Yeah, I'm hard against it. I
really wish they had
it. Rookie hitters.
Something about this Cinderella team that I just like about it. Just something about that.
Old.
You have that kid up there.
Randy Arozarena is the only one that's really making Zach doing.
And that's like they're few and far between.
Bro, it's like, why can't I influence my other great homie to hit? Like, I don't know, kid. Let's believe. Shit, we can do it.
Let's believe.
Like he might wander in the face, like believe, fool, we could do this. I don't know. I just wish it. I don't know. That
That's
team
even
got a
far
weird
between.
aura to him. Like fucking guys like Brett Phillips just go out and getting hits of his life, dude. Like
Only because we fucking gifted him some low 90s meat fucking pitcher.
only doesn't matter. I just like that kid's special, but it don't matter.
What is Dave Roberts' beef with Gratterall? Why does he not pitch these? Like, I don't
Gratterall
get it.
has
Like, I
definitely
don't
the
get
energy
it.
to be a closer. 1000%.
Yes.
The stuff. He's
And the
definitely got the stuff.
I'm thinking
Like,
tonight.
what?
Tonight, if it's like 3-run game or less, 8th and 9th inning, I'm thinking Dave Roberts doesn't even look. I think Kenley's giving
Done
out
for the
Gatorade,
series.
and I'm thinking he's going Gratterall in the 8th, and I'm thinking he's going Blake Trinan in the 9th, and I am super confident with that combo.
Where's Joe Kelly? That man ain't pitching.
He's the only
Yeah,
people
where
I want to
is Joe
see.
Kelly?
He's there. He's pitched in the series. He pitched game 4 or game 2, something like that. He's
pitched,
there.
like,
It was a
one
while
game.
ago though. Like
Yeah,
I
I'll
haven't seen Joe
definitely.
Kelly much.
He's one of the only arms I want to see coming out of that bullpen. I'm like, I want to see
I want-
Gratterall. I
You're
want
gonna
to
see Baez.
I don't though. That's
No.
what I'm
But
saying.
you
Joe
will.
Kelly, you're right. I probably will.
He need to be handing out Gatorade with Kenley.
You're gonna see Dustin
Like,
May as well.
I'm
Although
okay with that.
Dustin May was like lights out last game.
Like
Like,
gas, goddamn.
and did you notice like in his starts he was sitting at like 97, right? Like we never really saw the 100 and 101 with all that break. Like I don't know. You could like we talked about it. Like he
Well, yeah,
kind of
he's
just
coming as a reliever.
and we talked about it though. Like he just didn't seem like himself his last couple appearances.
Mhm.
Whereas like. And like we were all like, "Wow, you pulled Kershaw for Dustin fucking May, Dave? Like that's kind of wild." And then he came in like breathing fire, dude. Like what the hell? It was wild. So it was. I would be okay with seeing Dustin May tonight.
I hope they don't keep him
yeah.
in the pen though. May's a starter, but
No, yeah, he's
somebody
yeah,
else
he
right
is-
now,
he's
like,
a
he was a
starter
starter
for
all
sure.
year.
as
He
a
was starter all
specialist
year.
flamethrower right now because he can sitting at coming out as a reliever. He could sit at 100, so it's like, whew.
Dude, he
Hit
pitched
this.
like 6 innings against the Padres this year, where like his last pitch of the game was like 100 miles an hour. Like he was wild this year with that shit. That's why I didn't. I didn't.
Yeah, but he's
get
still
it.
young though. They got to keep. They don't want to burn him.
Right, you
Man,
gotta keep
he's
tabs
fucking
on it.
fantastic though. That kid got like,
That stuff is crazy. And I was trying to explain to
he's
my
throwing
friend.
a hard ass sinker,
And
he's
like,
tall too, isn't he?
Exactly.
So
He's
that
like
shit has to feel
6'7"?
heavy too.
Bro,
Oh
think
my
about
God.
it. By the time he lets it go, that shit's got to be like 45 feet from you, dude. Tall with lanky ass arms, just fucking dropping it directly on top of your bat. Good luck.
$1 million. How many pitches do you foul off?
Okay, so my roommate was
None.
asking me when he threw the
I'm
100 miles an
like,
hour.
what?
He goes, what if he goes, could you hit it? I said, you could tell me it's going to be right down the middle at 100 miles an hour every
And
time
you
with that
couldn't
movement.
foul tip it.
And I was like, I might get like 2 foul tips top out of 10 pitches.
All right,
I don't think I
realistically
don't think
think
I
this.
can put one in play.
We're going because they have this. We need to record this. This is fantastic other team film. We need to go to a batting cage. They definitely have these cages. 95. We get 20 pitches.
I don't know if they got a 95 mile an hour batting cage around here. The last one I went to, it peaked at 80.
90
see, I just recently
90
saw
or
online, maybe.
95. If
I
like,
could
I'm
probably
at like
hit.
a batting cage, yeah, I'll hit that for sure. Not like every one, but like out of
I
20,
get my-
I'll
Yeah,
probably
25.
hit like 8 out of 25, like 8 to dozen for sure. I'm touching,
All right.
possibly more.
100 though, I think 100's different.
Dustin May, 100 with movement, none.
I
0
don't
for
think we can
100.
find anywhere throwing 100. I doubt
0
anywhere
for
throwing-
100. Like,
I doubt you
Zach-
can find a place throwing 100.
Zach said none.
yeah, Dustin May like shit with movement, no. 0 out of 100. Absolutely. You could tell me where it's going, and I'm still not touching it.
I could
I don't
tell
want to
Zach.
stand there with 100 coming around me. I don't want to stand at that shit.
It would sound terrifying going past you, by the way.
Into the mid.
This guy.
And
That
what's
loud ass
crazy is
pop.
like right when he left his hand, it's right into the mid. So like that sound was so quick anyway. Like oh god.
And
All you
now
heard
hearing
was
it-
just and you're like, what the?
Just hearing it rip through the air would be wild. Which
Bro,
is
yeah, we
crazy,
wouldn't
by the
find no
way.
cages with 100. No
I
cages
feel
with
like-
100.
I
Yeah,
feel
in
like-
high school I only faced 91, and I got struck out pretty dirty. It was filthy. It
No,
was
high school-
scary. Oh
in
my
high
God.
school-
91 with movement or just
Yeah,
91?
nah, it was like flat 90, but he was probably throwing like 91, 92 and just blew my shit away. I was like, okay, late.
See you tomorrow.
See it. Okay, cool. It was like 90, 90, 80 mile per hour slider. I was like, yeah, I'm out of here.
I was
I'm
saying
ready
this
to talk
too.
football.
I think that catchers are wild. Sorry, this is my last thing. And like,
All right.
like they're like not even human. Like they'll be set up outside and it'll be like 100, like way the fuck over here, and they'll be like snag and just grab it. And I'm
I know.
like, that's crazy to me. If anybody's ever
Yeah,
seen a ball
reflex
thrown,
on 1,000.
that's just crazy to me. Like they just fucking grab it. Like I'm expecting it here, so I'm gauged here, and then it comes, on the other side, and they're just like, I got you. Like,
No,
That's how I feel
wild.
when pitchers catch comebackers though. Same
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah, that's
Gonzalez had that
crazy.
one. That was nuts.
108.
Bro, what about like when a catcher gets crossed up and still like stacks it? He's like, curveball.
Yeah.
Oh shit, you threw me 95. Ding. And I'm like, what? Like, are you serious? Over there,
It's
like
nuts.
expecting 100, and then this guy breaks off a slider and he's like in the dirt, got it. I'm like, what? Like a cross up and you still got it? Nuts.
As we say on this podcast, it's levels to this shit.
It is
and
levels
that's why I
to
love
this
watching
shit.
sports. It's like,
Yeah,
man, these guys,
little
you
moments
are at
too.
that
It's the
level
little
for a
moments that let you
fucking
know like
reason.
why they're pros. It's
why
just
they are
little
who they
things.
are. Exactly.
Okay, so speaking of old and scary skeleton-esque, I'm getting crazy with these Halloween fucking transitions. Tom
talking about the
Brady
Bears
is still
offensive
the greatest
God. Yeah.
thing on the gridiron. Tom Brady. I don't know if we'll ever see a better football player than Tom Brady. Maybe
Did
Aaron
he
Donald.
release
at the
his
moment.
video already this week?
I haven't seen it
Patrick
yet.
Mahomes.
God, they're my favorite. I love them.
Another win this week, guys. Let's get it.
They're so
And then-
corny. Like
and
it's
then
like
a trap beat comes on. I'm like, okay, let's get it, Brady.
you know how we do, and it's just like a goofy old man selfie like angle. Like
That
you
dude,
know how
he
we
knew Brady
do.
was a marketing G, man. I'm so
I
happy with
thought
you.
Tom Brady just showing out again. 4 touchdowns. QB sneaked one in, so we had 5 total with a rushing. I mean, it's Tom fucking Brady, man. Like, and this was the question I posed to you. And now he just Mike Evans is like, well, I'm not good enough for you, and Tom's like, you're never fucking healthy, dude. Get out of here. Like
He's like, bro, you run outside routes. I throw the ball over the middle of the field, dog.
oh God.
They about to slide AB right in the slide, and it's about to get weird. And hey, shout out to Gronk. He's healthy. He's got the rust off of him. It took him a while, but he's looking good now.
Yeah,
That wasn't just one game. His last couple of games, he's looking healthy.
facts.
It just took him a while to get him back into football shape. So shout
So-
out to Mr. Gronk.
Tom Brady is obviously he's moved on from his ex-wife Bill Belichick in the New England Patriots.
Breaking
And
news.
and
Yeah,
he's
I was
on to
like,
his
whoa.
he's on to his new fling. He's in Florida, tanning, with his new boo, just really living his best life.
Accused
The
each other.
narrative on Tom has been for basically ever. Well, he's part of that New England system, and it's really Bill giving him a lot of the go. Do we still feel like that?
Nah.
I don't know if I ever felt like that. But
I just felt like that
think-
was just two greats together.
right, exactly. And what's gonna happen like Kobe and Phil? Like it's just two
Bill's still
elite.
great.
Yeah, when two elite minds get together, it's gonna be beautiful, just music. Like and
But it's
that's
gonna
what that
also be
was.
turmoil.
Yeah.
Could be,
I,
it ended a little weird. It ended a little weird.
With greatness comes darkness. It is what it is.
I agree with you guys. Like, I think it's like because I
Like-
don't think I think we all saw it. Like Brady wasn't great his last couple years, but he also didn't have a lot of great weapons, and he kind of held it together. I mean, he only had he had no outside threat. You know what I mean? He never really had a great running back for the most
It's
part.
also too early to say Brady's fantastic in Tampa.
Like they're 5-2, right? Exactly. I'm like,
Yeah, it's also a little too early for that.
Is
so.
it? His numbers are pretty.
I think he looks
good.
fantastic. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
though, it's still too early to be like.
66%.
He doesn't need Bill because they could lose. It's 7 games left.
He averages
Right.
7 yards per
7,
throw.
16. I could do math. That's nice.
18 touchdowns, 4 picks with a 103 rating.
no,
This
I
is-
think Tom's proven he's definitely elite, regardless, no matter
yeah,
what.
that's not what we're saying. It's just it's
But,
still early
like,
still.
The level we're comparing him at, which is Patriot level. Like I can't get there in 7 games.
Which
I
is
can't
a
give you
20
that in
years.
7 games. Like he was, he became Mount Rushmore GOAT in Patriots. I want to see Tom on the Bucks in a big game down
They
the
got
stretch in the
Leonard Fournette.
playoffs. Then I can really tell you. But right now, as Tom shown me, he's definitely elite regardless. Yeah, he's definitely elite regardless. He's definitely
They're
like one of the greatest.
They're the
Well,
NFC. They're trying to do with the NFC. They're trying to be like the Chiefs. They got so many weapons now. You got Jones, Fournette, Evans, Brait,
Godwin,
Godwin,
Gronk.
AB, Gronk.
Brait.
I said him.
Oh, my bad.
And it sucks because they had OJ
My beat.
Howard and he got hurt. That team's wild. Shit. And they got a good defense. That defense was what held it together in the beginning of the season. That's a good team.
I just came across a wild ass Tom Brady stat. He fumbled 12 times his rookie year. That's a lot of fumbles.
That's an insane amount of fumbles.
He has 3 years where he has double-digit fumbles. 12, 13 in 03, and he had 12 in 06. And then from there, really hasn't had much. He had one bad year. He had 9 in 2013. But, like, that's a lot of fumbles. It's a lot of fumbles.
I do want to talk about, though, the 2 undefeated teams that we had. I do want to bounce to Tennessee and Pittsburgh. Because I've been saying for years, the best coach in football, arguably, is in Pittsburgh every single year. He may not be the best because Bill's the best, but he's the second best coach in football. It's Mike Tomlin. I get what you got.
They are great right now, and they are looking like the.
Who would you put over him?
Give me a name.
Andy Reid. No.
Yeah.
I said every year, Jim. Every time we'd have this discussion, Jim or John Harbaugh.
No, I'm not putting Harbaugh over him.
Literally, Lamar
Mike
Jackson said
Tomlin?
man's job. He was about to get
Lamar
fired. If he did
Jackson,
not
who's literally not improving much right now. We're gonna say he
That's
saved
fine.
his job.
That's fine, but let's not forget context. Before he inserted Lamar Jackson into that job,
I think his seat was
mid-season,
hot.
Harbaugh's seat was very hot.
I think
I don't know if it was
reports.
that hot.
Dude, it was multiple
No, it
reports.
was.
They were looking to move him. This is not fucking.
I agree. I agree. He was weird. I think I'll take Mike Tomlin over.
That was one of the main
Harbaugh for
reasons
sure.
why he inserted him.
I know you would,
mid-year.
Zach. You always tell me how much you like
Mike Tomlin's probably like the 3rd best coach in the league,
The only one I would
Maybe
put
4th.
over him is Andy Reid. But I'm
and Bill
definitely-
Belichick, Andy Reid, and
Bill.
Pete Carroll are probably all better than him. But that's it.
I don't know if I could put Carroll over him.
But I do like that argument.
It's
They're all
close.
in that same
It's close.
But
Right?
like this,
Yeah.
Bill's
Mike
here,
Tomlin
and
is
they're all in
elite.
the same. I don't know if Andy's past that just because he got one. I don't know. But Andy's
No,
a
I don't
fantastic
think.
coach.
Yeah, I don't think Andy's on Bill's
Bill's
level.
in his own tier though, so they're all in the rest.
He's
of
like
the-
LeBron. Like,
Everybody
he's like-
we've just mentioned only have one. Andy, John, Mike.
Mike got 2, don't he?
No,
I
Mike
think
got one.
the
Him
first
and-
one with Ben was with Bill Cowher.
I thought Ben has 3. My bad. Okay.
Ben got 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, Mike.
I think
only
Mike.
got one.
I don't.
Maybe
And
don't
Jake,
know.
what is your beef with Mike Tomlin to this day? I don't get it.
Yeah,
like
you stay hating on him.
every
Fucking
year
Bill
he's had
Cowher.
Ben Roethlisberger. He's
Is Bill
never had a
Cowher your
losing
guy?
season. Like, what do you like?
Is Bill
That's
Cowher your
so
guy?
consistent.
I'm
I
just
like
gonna
Bill Cowher
say,
too.
like, I don't think he prepare. I think he overlooks teams. I can't call you the greatest coach next to Bill Belichick if you're gonna overlook teams. He had 3 of the best weapons in the NFL, and he lost to Blake Bortles and Doug Marrone. That's unacceptable. I don't care how good the defense was. At home in the playoffs.
I don't know if I'm holding one Jags L in the playoffs like over his head and
Yeah,
His-
that
with his, like,
and
such a
fantastic
consistent career.
defenses beat teams all the time.
with such a like consistent career. Like
He
yeah,
hasn't
he has a
been back
blemish.
to the Super Bowl since when? 08, 07?
Like the Steelers are consistent,
And all
bro.
we wanted, yeah, they're very consistent. And it's like they go out in the first round every single year.
So you're trying to say he's Marvin Lewis?
No.
Mike,
He
you
actually might win one, and then he'll lose actually in the second round. Marvin
Well-
actually won't even win one. I don't. To me, it's just I feel like the Steelers have fallen short of their expectations a lot recently, and I'm not gonna just call you the next best coach.
I feel like
personally think it's
after
John
everything
Harbaugh.
blew up, I feel like that made
I
me
think he
respect
showed great
Tomlin
coaching.
even more because it was like, shit, dude, you was keeping that together for so long.
I can
These
agree
guys
with that.
did not like each
On
other. You had a
me,
bunch
no.
of divas, and you was winning a hell of a lot of football games.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that for sure.
Glass is either half
That showed a
full or
lot of good
half
coaching.
empty. It's up to how you want to look at it. So.
I'm like, you're like, when has he been back? But you want to toot all these other guys' horns. You just told me they all only got one bowl. Like before Andy was here, like when
Okay.
was the last time he went back? What about
Before-
John? When was the last
the
time John was
gunslinging
back?
Mahomes.
And here's the difference. And here's the,
The greatest
difference.
quarterback of our
here's
generation.
the difference. You just told me all the great players that Mike Tomlin has had. He had one of the greatest offenses for like a 4-year, 5-year span, right? With AB, Lev, Ben.
Their
the
head
three-
cases.
That's fine. But you're going to tell me he had all these weapons where John, all these other guys that have one, do they have that same plethora of weapons to work with?
Pete Carroll, Russell Wilson. The only one you could argue is John because he won with fucking Flacco, but he
Yeah.
also had the best defense out of all of
But
these
we
guys.
just
Flacco
said,
got paid
we
that year
just
though.
said
He was really
Pete.
elite that year.
We just said Pete in his
yeah,
offense.
Legion of
We
Boom,
had
too.
we had one. He had one guy. He had a great all-time quarterback,
And he had Legion of Boom.
which is awesome. But Steelers didn't have
Marshawn-
great
yeah,
defense.
Marshawn Lynch.
Steelers didn't have. Steelers defenses weren't absolutely crazy elite for a lot of Mike Tomlin's
Doug
career.
Baldwin.
We're not
Zach.
arguing that, dude.
It's,
Zach.
we're just saying he's consistent. The
Yeah,
consistency is there. They're
all in the same tier because Mike Tomlin.
They are, and you asked me who I would take. I'm taking John Harbaugh personally.
I think
That's fine.
crazy.
Take your loss and go about it. But
Oh, okay. We'll go ahead and lose to Doug Marrone. Doug Marrone.
We're not gonna have to face Doug ever again. Doug stinks. That was like a one-time deal. Like we're never facing Doug again.
Doug
Like,
Marrone,
like
the floor.
show.
Think about
NFL
this.
paid off the rest, so
Doug Marrone. Not only, and this is what makes that loss to me. It's like it's eye-opening because you played that same team earlier in the year in Pittsburgh. You went 0-2 to that team in Pittsburgh that year.
So
And
what? They figured it out.
No, you didn't figure it out. The Jags.
no, the Jags. That's what we're saying. The Jags had them figured out that year. Big deal.
bro, the Chargers.
That Jags team should have been in the Super Bowl.
They should have been in the Super Bowl. I
And you
agree.
don't
They
knock
should
them.
have been. But I'm not going to lie. If you're going to tell me how great of a coach you are and we're going to put him on a high pedestal, you can't be losing to Doug Marrone, quarterbacked by Blake Bortles, dude.
You're telling me that team
They're better
should.
team in that game.
If that was John Harbaugh who lost that game, there's no way you're not using that in this argument against me. There's not a chance.
You're telling me somehow that team should have been in the Super Bowl, but a Super Bowl team is also the biggest blemish on his
It is
career?
a big blemish on him.
How?
Yes.
That was
Because
a Super Bowl
you
team.
can also argue that Mike Tomlin team should have also been in the Super Bowl. If I'm not mistaken, would they win 12 games that year?
I don't think we had them in the Super Bowl at all. I'm like
They were.
Patriots.
What were they? The two seed behind the Patriots. It was supposed to be Patriots and Steelers that year. The Jags did not have that home game, so the Patriots or the Steelers were ranked above them that year.
I'm just saying, like you can't tell me that
We are
Jags team was
going-
such a bad loss. Then in the same breath, be like they should have been in the Super Bowl that year.
If you're a coach, yes, both of those. To be honest, the Steelers were supposed to be in the Super Bowl rather than the Jags that
That
year.
is fine, but they are still the only undefeated team in football. And we are going to now talk about the Titans. How do you think the Titans look?
I think they're a missed field goal from sending it into overtime, so I think they're still a super contender. They're a missed field goal. Gostkowski missed the field goal at the end. If they make it, they're in overtime. It's crazy. I don't know how they haven't fucking released him yet, by the way, and gone a different direction.
He's a Patriot, and so is Vrabel. I was gonna say.
You could argue if they played that
He's a
game
good
again,
kicker,
the Titans
but he's
win.
washed.
Yeah, they're definitely contenders to me. I think they're like, I still think the Chiefs are the best team in the AFC, even though they're not undefeated. Still think it's probably the Chiefs. But then I'd probably go Steelers, and right behind that, I'd probably say Titans. Probably like third best team in the AFC.
I'll rank AFC. I go Chiefs.
Steelers might be over the Chiefs, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Chiefs
have been looking.
Honestly, let me rephrase this. It's Steelers, Chiefs, Ravens, and then the team you just said, Zach.
Ravens.
I feel like I got Titans over Ravens. Ravens stock
Titans.
is great.
Ravens
Titans.
better than the Titans.
I got the Titans and Ravens on the same edge.
I'm not ready to jump off the Raven cliff.
I'm not jumping off the Raven bandwagon. I'm not like everybody else. I still like what they're doing over there.
Oh yeah, they're definitely not in like my top 5 AFC teams. The Bills are better than the Ravens right now.
No, you don't
way.
believe that.
How
You
the
don't
hell
believe
could
that.
I believe
possibly
that.
feel that?
I believe that.
They lost 2
I
straight and
absolutely
then they
believe
barely
that.
beat the Jets.
I firmly believe that.
The Jets were the only team to score a touchdown in that game, and they lost.
Yeah.
They won off 6
And you feel
field
better
goals.
than a team who has 6
Absolutely.
field goals. They don't win that game if their kicker doesn't have a golden toe. And you feel better
Well, he
for them.
did that. Yeah, I do. I like them a lot more. 100%. I love the Bills.
I might still rank
I wish
the
this
Chiefs.
was around the horn because I would have had to mute you. I would have had to. Like that's blasphemous. Like how could you possibly feel that way?
Oh,
I think
yeah.
I still like the
The
Chiefs. I'm
Ravens
gonna
are
lie,
not
could be
even
Steelers.
playing that well and they're still winning football games.
That's
Like,
how I feel about
and
the
you're
Chiefs.
Isn't that what
And
the
it's
Bills
like you're
just
gonna
did?
say that? Like that's wild to me.
Good point, Zach. Very fair point. That's exactly what the Bills just did.
The Bills lost 2 straight.
But
And
they
then
also just
barely
won a
beat
game.
the Jets. I know, but barely beat the Jets after losing 2 straight. That's not what the Ravens are doing. The Ravens are still winning their games. Although they may be ugly, they're still winning. They're not coming off a two loss streak and then barely punching the sorry ass fucking Jets.
Hey,
They're
man,
separated by one game.
The Jets
one
are like
game.
not even Jets. What are okay?
They're one. It's a 1 game difference. So like essentially the Bills aren't playing their best football, but yes,
Bills
they're
started
still
off
doing what the
really hot.
Ravens are doing.
The
And
Bills
yeah,
started off
winning.
as the best
The
team in
Bills are
football.
cooling down, but I mean, who knows? An ugly win against the Jets could get you going. I personally
I'm not saying I'm not jumping. I'm not
over
saying
the
jump off
Ravens.
the Bills
I'm
bandwagon.
with
I'm
Terrence.
just rating the Vikings. The Bills are probably the 6th best team in my opinion.
But I got Ravens 4, and then
I
I
would
got
put
Titans
They
6.
lost. The Bills lost to the 2 teams that we were saying are guaranteed to be top 3 or top 4 in this conference. That's the only 2 Bills losses, and we're like really holding that bad against them. Chiefs and Titans.
Oh, Titans.
Chiefs and Titans. They've lost to. That's it.
Yeah, well, they're trying to be better than those teams, so kind of got to hold it to them.
Ravens lost to Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
And who else?
That's it. They've had 1 loss, and they've had a cake schedule.
Oh,
Browns,
Eagles are
Texans,
funny.
Washington, Cincy, Eagles. cake.
That is really cakey.
That is
I'm
cake.
not gonna.
That is cake.
Cake.
So what? You beat who's in front of you, kid?
Not my fault.
Right.
Facts.
And Buffalo is
You'll
beating
knock the
teams.
shit out of them if they wasn't.
Buffalo's beat the Raiders and the Rams, two very good teams. Definitely the Rams.
Are the Raiders very good? Raiders are okay.
The Rams are damn good. I told you guys, the Rams are one of the best teams in the NFC. I like that Rams team.
The Rams have. We're the best team. We're the best team they've beaten this year. The Rams. We're the best team they've beaten.
I just like what they're doing. That defense is starting to come alive.
I mean, anything with Aaron Donald.
Did you see that stop on third down with Jalen Ramsey? Oh
That
boy,
boy can tackle, man. God, that boy can tackle. That boy can.
Well, corner dog. I already see.
For anybody.
Who he reminds me of, honestly, is Charles Woodson.
Because I already see Jalen Ramsey later in his career transferring to safety, being an all-pro
safety, lighting shit up
for like the last 5 of his career.
Mm-hmm. But he's an elite corner, just like Woodson was. That dude
I'm not gonna lie though. I still think I like the Cardinals over them.
I don't like that team, but they look good against
I
Seattle.
do like them. I do like
them. They might
be
better with Edmonds though.
I think we learned this week.
I don't think they might. I think it's evident.
We definitely learned that the NFC West is the best team in football this week.
I think, yeah.
Definitely learned that.
Definitely. The Vikings
absolutely
can't hold it together. Definitely this season.
Yeah. Your team has looked terrible certain weeks. My team looked terrible last night. The Vikings, there's just no consistently.
Team in the NFC though,
right, but there's just not a ton of consistently when you watch the games from our conference, and the talent is there.
Like I said, the Vikings deplete that division out of the argument, so it is nothing else.
I don't think it's just them.
I don't think it is.
They're 1-5. Everybody else
I think it's all three.
Fine.
I think it's all 3 teams other than
outside of the Packers.
Yeah,
I think
like Zach
you're
noted.
watching.
What are the Eagles? I mean, not the Eagles. I'm sorry. What are the Cardinals record? They're 4-2.
5-2. Every team in that division is above 500. That's cool.
It's nuts.
That's interesting.
That division is nuts. I think the Cardinals can beat anybody.
Is 500 in the NFC North outside of the sorry ass Vikings.
No, but every team in this division.
I get what you're saying.
I get
what you're saying. I'm not arguing.
That's nuts.
I get what you're saying.
And I agree with Zach's good point though about the North was there's no consistency there. Every
if you're
week,
watching
every single week,
but that's why I give them the consistency over the years. I feel like the NFC North is a more consistent division.
Outside.
Well, I mean, I can't. The rosters.
No, we're going
different.
based off this year.
Well, the rosters were different 3 years ago. We're talking about the now.
If we're talking, I'm agreeing. We're all on the same page here. The NFC West this season is the best division in football.
Absolutely. I'm not gonna lie. The Cardinals might fuck around and win this division. But what's crazy was
I don't know who's gonna win the division yet.
What's crazy was 2 weeks ago we sat here and said
they need Adams back badly.
We said 2 weeks ago, what the fuck are the Niners doing? How the fuck did they make the Super Bowl last year? And now it's they're back in fucking order and they're just running through teams. And it's they came and put a beat down on the Patriots in Foxborough. That almost never happens under Bill Belichick. And it's
man, they had Cam with 3 picks and get benched. They fucking beat their ass.
I don't know what the hell is going on with Cam,
but that ain't the Patriots.
But it better not be 2-4. It better not be 2-4.
Yeah, you beat
looking ugly
in front of you, but the Patriots are not that good this year.
It's wild.
I wonder where Gilmore's going. They're going to trade him. He's on the market.
Then I think a lot of that falls. If the Patriots aren't that good this year, then a lot of that falls, I think, on Cam and as well as McDaniels and Belichick. But when we went into the season, we were saying the Patriots, we projected them to be right there, 9-10 wins with the Bucks. Now we're halfway through and we're that team's not that team. So I think because we all said I think Cam's going to be great. And we all 3 were in agreement here. We think he's going to be great. We think they're going to win 9-10 games. Now that they're not, I think I got to go to Cam and be you're not pulling the weight of the team right now.
Let me pose a question. Just playing devil's advocate.
He definitely gets a piece of this blame.
He gets a piece of the blame. Absolutely.
1,000%. Everybody who plays should get a blame. But here's devil's advocate. We started this conversation off talking about Tom Brady and how great Tom Brady looks right now because what does he have? He has weapons.
Finally.
We blasted Tom Brady for years in New England for not having weapons. Well, ain't like New England brought any new motherfucking weapons in for Cam.
100% feel that.
Only new weapon was
feel
Cam.
that.
I feel that so well.
They gave Cam Newton a plethora of weapons. It was hey, Cam, here's the offense. Drive this Ferrari. They was here's this 92 Camry, bro. It's beat up. Make it happen.
Whip it.
Hey, by the way,
Tom used to whip it like this.
It doesn't have any doors, so it's good luck. And then Cam got COVID, so it's like I'm not gonna knock that Patriot team. I'm not really.
I will
knock
agree,
Cam. He
because,
definitely does not look good, but he was hitting his stride a little bit before he ended up getting COVID.
He had a good
'cause
start.
He
Yeah.
didn't look bad against the Seahawks.
Terrence makes a
Everybody
great
played him.
point because
But he has no weapons.
none. 2018 and 2019 were two of
We
Tom
tried
Brady's
to
worst
bury
years.
Tom Brady.
Yeah,
And say that man
tried
was
to call
washed
mold.
just for him to go get some weapons. And was like, I'm still me.
Told you,
so
we
I'm
got
not
a new
gonna blame
trophy
Cam
wife
for
over
that.
there. When I got a new
Exactly.
trophy wife
So it's
over
like,
there and balled out.
Maybe New England needs to open up the pocketbook and go get some goddamn receivers and some actual players.
I will put a little bit on Cam just because
It's a little bit on him.
outside of the Seattle game, and I've said it all year, that's arguably like a top 5 bad defense in the NFC. Outside of that game, he hasn't really had a great game, so it's like you're still not playing well. But I mean, who's he? Who the fuck? I don't know Julian Edelman and who's he?
Seattle's missing their playmakers. That defense isn't good, but that defense is meant to make plays. They are missing their playmakers.
It is
awful. They win those games.
They're only
win
missing
that game if
Adams.
plays.
Bobby Wagner is playing.
That's a big person that missed, dog. Like that's the best, arguably the best.
Even when he played, they gave up 30 points and 400 whatever yards a game.
Plays, they were winning the games he was in. I can't express that enough. Even when I was watching the game that night,
are we gonna give that?
This defense misses their playmaker.
I agree.
They are not a great defense, but they missing their playmaker.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
agree.
even with
There's
him,
no way
like
you can't
they
not
need to
miss
be
Jamal
better.
Adams.
Without him, they need to be a lot better. With or without him.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
1000%.
am I gonna say they won those games because of Jamal Adams? Yeah, he was in it. But I mean, Russell Wilson really fucking carrying this
Who's
load.
your sleeper team? I think you said it with the Cardinals. I think you've already gave yours.
But are they a sleeper? I feel like they're actually just good.
I don't know. I feel like that's a sleeper.
The Bears, get the fuck
Chicago.
get up right now, stand up,
being stupid.
and
It's gonna
leave
be
the
me.
room.
We just traded for everything.
We're five.
We out
We're
here.
still 5-2. Like what? Like one game on primetime. Like we're right
That's what
there.
I'm
Technically,
saying.
you're a game ahead of me.
Is 5-2 a sleeper? Like the Cardinals.
We
are
just said the
5-2.
Cardinals are 5-2.
But I don't know if they're 5-2 and they just beat the Seahawks. Is that sleeper?
I don't think either one of you
that
teams
means,
are sleepers.
I think
but
that means
I feel like
you're
the
good.
Bears are more a sleeper because nobody actually believes they're any good.
We still
Like,
don't know if
people-
we're good. No
Here's
one
the thing.
still. No one knows if the Bears are any good still.
I'm gonna get buried here. The Philadelphia Eagles are your sleeper because if they get
Yeah,
halfway
you're
healthy,
right.
who knows if the
I
offensive
don't see them
line
getting
gets
healthy.
if the offensive line gets halfway healthy and we can give Wentz like literally a paper boy to throw to, like who knows that they could come through
What's
and beat.
crazy is Travis
Great
Fulgham
coach.
was a Lion. That dude was on our practice squad. He ended up on.
For real?
He got cut from us like 4 times. He was a Lion.
And Carson Wentz loves him. It's his guy.
It's just cool, dude. Make the best of your opportunity. Like,
Bro, the throw to Boston Scott. That's why Jalen Hurts will not play at all this year. Like
Yes,
Wentz,
facts.
so nice. Like he
Yeah,
can
that
just
shit was
make some
nasty.
throws where you're like, yeah, we're rocking with you no matter what. Like we're really.
You know
going
what you got to do to him?
but then he also
You-
makes throws that's like.
You
Not
live
even
with
that.
it. You got to live with it.
I don't think it's, the problem is he doesn't make throws and he just holds on to it and he's like, I'm not giving up on this play. I'm not giving up on it. I will make something happen. I will make something happen. And then it's like, dude, you have 4 guys on your back. You're getting sacked at the moment. Can you please get rid of the fucking football? Like if you
I
could get
guarantee
him
if
to
you ask
not make
Carson
throws.
Wentz, like who's his favorite superhero and like what movies does he love, he's gonna say Captain America.
Yeah,
Like,
just
come
no
on, bro.
quit.
Don't act like that. Yeah, he definitely gives me the Captain America vibe. Like,
And he
Don't
loves
be
Brett
that guy.
Favre.
Strap
Like he
the
does
shield.
not throw it away. He's
I could
cracking it every
do
time.
it. So,
I could do this all day. That's the Captain America
I
line.
definitely get that vibe from him. That's not good. Don't be him, Carson. Don't be him.
I think I'm not too far off saying that that's a sleeper team, Jake, in the Eagles because someone's got to win that division. And as bad as it's been, like they're gonna get in the offs if they
Hey,
do it. You have elite.
The Seahawks won a
Giants ain't
playoff
gonna win
game
that
at
division.
7-9.
No way in hell the Redskins winning that division, and Andy Dalton ain't no good.
I mean, can we give just a quick 10-second shout out though to the Reds or the Washington football team for being competitive this year? Because I thought they were going to be dog meat like the Jets. And
Defense
I mean,
is pretty good.
And you look if you
Ron
go in,
Rivera's a good coach.
He really
absolutely.
is.
Good coach.
If you go play the Reds or the Washington football team,
And he's cancer free. Did you guys see that?
yeah,
Shout
so,
out to
so,
Ron.
so man, it was
So
such cool
cool.
because like it's Ron Rivera, and it's like you know what's funny when Ron Rivera is on the sidelines, like he kind of looks like he would terrify you, right? Like if you played,
And he's
for
got a
him-
little bit smaller too.
for sure you can tell, bro. He got a lot smaller.
Mhm.
And then it's like every time I see Ron Rivera do something outside of the sidelines, I'm like, that looks like the nicest old man I think I've ever met in my life. And like a
Yeah,
great,
for sure.
but like when he's on the sideline, I'm like, that guy looks fucking terrifying. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, he does.
But like, if you don't come into
In his
Washington
prime.
prepared, you'll lose that game. I'm gonna tell you right now. Like if you don't come
Yeah,
in
those
there,
boys is coached up over there.
like we just saw it with the Jets. The Bills went in unprepared, and like you can still squeak out a win against the Jets. You know what I mean?
Jets
You can
team. That's how the same team like that is also Miami. Flores is gonna have his boys coached up down there.
Yes, I thought you were saying
Miami
they're. I saw you were saying they're like the Jets, and I was gonna be like, oh no, they're like
No.
watching-
Nobody's
You're right.
like the
Agreed.
Jets.
Yes.
Nobody's quite like the Jets.
Maybe the Jags. Like you don't really have to come with the best game plan against the
Nah,
Jags.
you
might be
guys
able to
aren't
beat them.
bad. Like the Jags aren't that bad. I watched that whole game
Defense
start to
is
finish
so
with you.
bad.
Yeah, that's what it is. But then they also when they showed the statistic from when you guys was in the AFC Championship to what you have now, it's like, well, that's why.
Well, there's nobody there. Yeah,
Exactly.
man, I'd be watching my guy Tashawn Gibson, who's just balling for Zach. He's a really good player for the Bears, man. I'm like,
Our defense is so elite. It's nuts.
I will say this though, if he just runs
so
through that
elite
football,
that Swift had y'all if he could just catch football. Huh?
Yeah, but that's how elite we are. Staffel heard a Chicago Bear ghost and was scared.
He
Jesus
heard-
Christ! And then he
heard
looked over. He's like,
Singletary.
"There was no one there." He's like, "There was nobody there." I swear, I heard something.
the ghost of Peanut Tillman just flew by him and just fucking.
The
Some
peanut
shit
punch, the ghost of peanut punch knocked that shit up.
Some shit happened because he was like, "God!" and everyone looked around like, "What'd you scream for?" He's like, "Someone was near me."
Dude, bro, you
They were
didn't
like,
see it?
"Yeah."
You didn't hear that?
Nobody heard that?
Oh, I keep that game. I go back to that game in my head a lot because like one Zach keeps running his damn mouth, and two it's like God,
I
you couldn't
damn
help our
will.
record so much.
I had one that stung last night when he was talking shit.
We're 4-2.
I told him some shit. I said, "Our backup beat you."
I was like,
I
you
know that
motherfucker.
one stung. I was like, "Yeah."
Hey, I'll tell you
The
this.
funny
about-
thing is, when you said that to me, I was thinking of the Spider-Man meme, though. Like,
Which one? Yeah, exactly.
Mitch
Which
is looking
backup?
at Foles like, is he talking to you or is he talking to me? Like, who's the
Felt
backup here?
bad. Mitch had the headset on behind Nagy all night. I felt bad. I was he had a little
The
Bluetooth.
only quarterback I feel bad for is Josh Rosen because my man, when they had him,
Where is he at these days?
he's a Patriot.
No, Buck, right? Isn't he Buck practice squad?
Yes, Bucks. That's why not
Oh,
Patriots.
I
He's
mean that's
behind
cool
Tom
though.
Brady.
But I mean, if he's Buck practice squad, that means he's behind like 3 guys.
No, he's a
Yeah.
fourth string, probably
But
third.
I'm like, yeah,
third
he's
string.
fucking in the QB room with Tom Brady at the end of the day, though.
Because
Yeah,
who's their
which is where
backup
you wanna
behind
be.
TP?
Can't be anybody good.
Okay, so then Josh Rosen has a chance to actually learn behind. Ooh, Bruce Arians. I like that.
You're sitting
All
in
right,
a
what else
room
we
with
got on
Tom Brady
football?
and with Tom Brady and Bruce Arians. I don't know if there's a better room in football that you could be in.
Ooh, yeah, I like this one. We now are on the rookie conversation.
Oh, this
Who
is
the
good.
best rookie QB? Are you gonna take the cool guy and smoking Joe? Not smoking Joe. Joe Burrow. I was gonna say
No,
they
his
both
name is
got Joe.
His name is
Yeah,
Smoking Joe
smoking
Burrow.
Joe Burrow. I was thinking Joe. Fucking both names are Joe though. And then you got Herbert down in San Diego. Which
Oh my god.
Joe? Do
No,
you
they're
like?
LA. They're LA Chargers, man. He's down in
Oh,
LA.
San Diego. Whatever. Who
Does
cares?
anybody
Nobody
want to
cares
know
about
who
the Chargers.
QB? Does anybody want to know who QB2 is in Tampa? Before
I
we
just
do
saw
this
it
real quick?
too. I just saw
Who
it.
is it?
Blaine Gabbert.
Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't even hear it. I didn't hear it. Give me a clue.
He used to play in Florida for an NFL team. He started for an NFL team in Florida.
Matt Moore.
No. Blaine Gabbert.
Oh shit! I knew that. Ooh, I did see that.
Like that little diversion.
Oh, I like that though. That's two quarterbacks that Arians could potentially develop.
Sorry, we wanted to know who that was. So, Smoking Joe or quack Justin Herbert.
Which one?
I don't know if I would pick one over the other yet. I love both.
No, Zach, don't. That's the
Commit,
game. You must
damn it.
pick one.
Commit you.
I think I like Herbert more right now. And it's like, I don't think I'd ever say that about an Oregon QB. It's nuts, but I think it's Herbert.
All right, book him. Zach going Herbert.
He looks
Jake?
nice. He's
Go
got
first.
that.
You go first.
Aaron, you already answered.
I answered?
Jake, go.
Oh, I said go first.
Joe Herbert. I mean, Joe Burrow.
Joe Herbert? I
More
want Joe
from
Herbert.
together.
Both of them.
More from together.
I'll take Joe Herbert.
Give me Joe Burrow 1000%. Week 1, I was a fan after week 1. He let his team down there and watched his kicker fake an injury.
Ugh.
I'm
And he looked at
scared.
him like, all right, I got to win these games myself. And then the next week he threw 60 passes, and the next week he threw 60 passes, and they still didn't win. But he had the look of a winner. Yeah, give me Joe.
You know what's funny?
Give
It's
me
like,
Joe.
I want Joe because he seems so much more
Herbert
like
got squad though. That's the difference.
Joe is like he looks like a QB,
Does
right?
Herbert?
Like he's gonna make every
They got
throw.
receivers and a good defense.
But I think the NFL is still more like you want kind of a quarterback with some running to him. And
Both
like,
of them can run.
yeah, but Justin Herbert runs much better than Joe.
Yeah, he does. He
And
led
I
his team in
and I
rushing this week.
know and I know in
I
5
don't
years
know
Joe
about
Burrow is
much
going to be the
better.
guy I want. I know in 5 years Joe Burrow is going to be the guy I want, but something is telling me like Justin Herbert like has an like Josh Allen arm. You know what I mean? Like
All right,
the guy
let's
has
wait
a
before we get off
laser beam.
mobility.
So you're saying Herbert's more of a Josh Allen mobile and Burrow's more of an Aaron Rodgers mobile?
Yes.
Yes,
Like it's not like
100%.
Joe's not athletic. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's-
no, that's fine.
he's so far
He can
from
pick up the
that.
first down, but he'd rather throw it. I get you.
But like
Right.
I can run read option with Justin Herbert. You know what I mean? Like I can run.
You could with Burrow too, but I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, and it's like Justin
They do it
Herbert's
with
got
Danny
that.
Dimes.
Yeah, but Danny Dimes and Justin Herbert both got that body
Danny
where it's
almost
like
to
you
the
can take
crib.
the hit. Oh my god! And then gravity took over. Fucking
It's like
gravity
the
took over.
Flintstone shit.
Bro, I promise you, I have not laughed. I have not laughed as hard at a football game in years as I did when I watched Daniel Jones fall down on Thursday Night Football last week. That was one of the hardest laughs I've had in a good minute. Like I was like, this guy really just got.
He
tripped
rolled and got
up.
smacked too when he got up. If he would have fumbled off that would have been so bad.
I couldn't believe like he's running and I'm like, it's him in the goal line and he just bing. And I'm just like, oh my god, dude, that was one of the funniest things I've ever heard. Anyways, that makes me want like that type of mobility makes me want Justin Herbert more. So like if you're asking me now, give me Justin Herbert, the arm and that type of mobility. But I feel like in
So the
5
twins
years,
for Herbert, huh? Book it.
yeah, I feel like
I'm the
in
only
5 years
Team Burrow.
I'm gonna regret this because I feel like in 5 years Joe Burrow is gonna be so polished, making every single throw in the NFL.
Yeah.
That and his reads will be better. I'm gonna be like regretting it, but like I kind of want Justin Herbert. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
to you.
Can't wait to clip this one.
This is
Yeah, it's
Hey,
gonna be one I
I
regret.
mean-
I'm telling you. Make sure you get my regret in here at the end.
I don't know if I'm regretting anything. Like I don't like
Yeah,
I
no,
think
Zach,
Joey B is not
Do
going to be
it.
nice.
Jump in. It's nothing
Nah.
wrong with Herbert is nice.
Yeah. No, I think I'm taking Herbert right now though. I guess like we'll go there. I'm down.
It's not. I don't think either is a bad choice. I'm definitely
That was
Right. It's tough.
That was good at like running comparison, Terrence. Putting Justin Herbert like Josh Allen and putting.
Yeah. I mean, he's not
him,
quite there,
like-
but he's closer to that for sure.
I mean, he might be there. I mean, he got some mad mobility skills, bro.
I don't know. Josh Allen, low key, like
He'd be running.
Cam Newton, Andrew Luck breed, bro. Like he could really tuck it and lower it. You know.
Hey, Andrew Luck really used to truck like a DB.
I'm
He-
like, bro. Andrew Luck
Who's
was
the,
nuts.
I don't even know who that is. That guy, the guy who's retired.
Love Andrew Luck.
man.
Oh,
what
that
would
guy.
the-
That guy.
What would the here's something we
Above
didn't
my
even
head.
prepare
Andrew
for.
Luck was cool
Oh,
though.
can you not see it? Oh, wait, where is it? Oh, you can't see. It's just out of camera. I got Andrew Luck on the wall up there, man.
Here's something we didn't prepare for, but like, what would this Colts team look like right now with Andrew Luck instead of Phillip Rivers?
Every Colts team since he retired would look substantially better with
Like-
Andrew Luck on
Like
it.
you're
he's
locking
so
in
nice.
12 wins.
Yeah, 10 for sure. Like 10, 11 wins, you're locking it in. Easy.
Like if you just stick it out
I was
one
never on the
more
luck train
year.
as much as everybody else was, but he was good.
Great.
Elite. He was elite.
Bro was out there with like no offensive line and only TY and was just getting
Literally
it done.
D tackle on his hip, and he's like, it's 46 yards.
He had a cannon though.
I'm like,
He
what?
was nice though. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on him. He was nice.
I see
But
Zach. I see
he
that
was
play so
crowned
many
the
times.
greatest quarterback ever.
Like,
in his
what?
life.
I didn't agree
Well,
with
not
that.
ever,
Like
but
I wanted you to prove it before you were. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I
like,
think
I
he
gave
lived
him
up
the
to the hype,
keys.
honestly.
Trevor Lawrence is that new hype, by the way. He's T-Law's new hype. Although
I love Justin.
I'm ready to let exactly Terrence. I'm ready to let T-Law go to the Jets, and I'm like, why don't you come over here to Jacksonville, Fields? I'm
Definitely
just
Team
nice.
T-Law.
That-
Definitely Team T-Law.
that
He's fucking
kid-
Well,
nice.
yeah, I think everybody's team T-Law, but it's like
Ball.
I'm so sad I got Justin Fields. Said
Like,
nobody ever.
said
Said
nobody
nobody.
ever.
If I get the second pick, I'm kind of like, well, this could be a whole
I feel
hell
like
of a
he's
lot
gonna get, like,
worse.
I don't think they go. Well, it has to be a trade, but it's probably gonna not be a quarterback 1-2.
You don't think so?
Well, I don't know.
He's
Wherever
got
the
two.
Bears picking, they're gonna end up with a quarterback. So what? They're gonna pick like 11.
No, we like to grab wash ones that have already been like cycled around the league a little bit. You don't got to
Yeah,
worry
but
about
when
it.
you lose like 6 straight, you'll probably be picking in the top 10.
We're gonna go get Kirk
Guys,
Cousins or
Zach
something.
said
Like, don't worry about us.
we
dude.
like
We're
washed
gonna go get
quarterbacks that
somebody
have been
trash.
cycled.
Like, don't worry about it. I've seen this story. Let me tell you firsthand. We are not gonna grab one in the draft. We're gonna go pick up a shitty one in the league.
Quiet as it is kept, what if New England's just like, what's good, Trevor? Let's just pull the plug. We only got 2
how
wins.
how do the Jets get New England that pick within the same division.
True.
Like you'd have
Cam
to
Newton.
offer.
The Jets
No.
probably won't win a game this
But
year.
you can't, Zach. You're in the same, not even the same conference. You're in the same division.
Where does
You're
Darnold
rivals. I don't know, but I think that
So.
I've been telling
They
you.
said
Who
execs
needs a
aren't
good backup?
low on him. They said people still are interested in Darnold.
I think Darnold is good.
I don't, but I think he's still worth a try.
I don't think he's any good, so
Okay,
he'll probably
okay.
end up on my team.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you. Who would you rather have? Because I know you don't like this guy either, Terrence. Sam Darnold or Baker Mayfield? You have to pick one.
Sam Darnold, 1,000%.
Oh,
Exactly,
hell
Andy.
no. Baker Mayfield by a landslide. By a fucking mile.
No, I'm with Terrence
I feel
Scott.
like Baker
I'm
showed
picking
more, but-
Sam Darnold.
I feel like if Sam was on that Browns team, they
They'd
would
be
not
better.
have as much issues as they do now.
I think they'd
And
be
shout
better.
out to Odell. Horrible injury on my fantasy team. Don't go tackle guys after your quarterback throws a duck. Just go walk to the sideline and fucking throw your helmet. Let him go make the fucking tackle.
Unless you're DK Metcalf.
Yeah, unless you're gonna fucking hawk a guy down like we're in a 40-yard dash, in a 40-meter dash, like
Bro, first off, he topped out at 23 miles per hour.
I was gonna say that next gen stat was stupid. When you
Did you see
them
the
put little dot
strides?
on him, like
Did you see the
I know.
strides?
you have to hear him.
Bro, Zach, those strides are terrifying.
Bro, he busted when this dumbass Moore got the holding penalty that cost him the dub. He had the same strides. Like he got the screen and just took off. Terrence said like he's running a goddamn 40 meter or something, and like was
Did you see
gone.
AJ Brown
I'm
slant to
like-
the house though? They're the same person, dog. Those dudes are
No, but
crazy.
I'm
AJ
like-
Brown is pretty lit, but
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
same-
say
it was the
anybody-
same shit, bro.
like
It's
a-
It's
He's a
DK's
poor
like a
man.
strides.
He's a
step
poor.
faster.
He's like
It's
a poor
literally
man.
it's literally
No.
strides that are like
No
look
poor
like
man's,
they're
but
like
DK's like a step
6-yard
faster.
strides, bro. Like they're fucking galloping. Like it's psycho.
To me, I would say AJ's actually the better receiver,
Yes.
but DK is probably the better athlete.
Yes.
But it's not different. It's like
The Buddha
it's-
Baker soundbite
Like
was
he's the better receiver,
hysterical.
and it's like right here. And
I
he's
didn't
the
hear
better
it.
athlete, it's like right here.
You didn't hear it? Buddha Baker's like, damn,
Yeah.
he really
How
hawked
did he
my
catch me?
ass.
Yeah.
How'd he catch me? He hawked my ass. And I'm like, yeah, he did, bro. Like nuts.
Bro,
fast as shit.
I bet you Buddha like got in the locker room, opened up his phone, and looked at that highlight and was like, "What the fuck?"
This
Like
dude
we
is
say,
crazy
it's the
fast.
little thing that lets you know there's levels to this shit and why guys are professional athletes. And like
Did they
that's
score a
the shit.
touchdown that drive? Because I wasn't watching that game.
I don't even know how it happened.
I
but
think
it's
Cardinals
like,
did because
good
he
gosh.
hawked him at like the 5. He barely got to him in time.
That's
No,
crazy.
he hawked him at like the
Field goal
45
or
or
shit
something,
like
like the
that.
40,
No,
dude.
it was
yeah,
like- it was within the red zone.
Nah, it was in like the red zone.
For sure.
This will fuck.
Because he had a 10 fucking
Yeah,
yard
yeah, it
head
was probably like
start.
inside the 30. It was probably like inside the 30.
This
It was like
guy
the
was
15,
on
I
the
wanna
goal
say.
line. Metcalf was on the goal line running this way, and then bro was on the 10, already headed that direction. And dude just went, all right, here I come. Bet.
Bro,
Watch this.
There's one guy
I
that
wonder how
has a
it would
chance
if
to
people on the
block
sideline
him,
saw that.
and it's like he dives to chip Metcalf and just misses because I don't think he
I've seen that,
anticipated
Zach.
Metcalf to be going so fast. And it's like diving at a moving car. Like Metcalf just goes by, he's like meh, and like just misses it, and he's like just flies by him, bro. Like,
Zach,
Bro,
I
just think
seen
if
that
he
shit.
would have hit him, that dude was getting blown up anyway. Like,
dude, that
Metcalf
guy
was
just
going
like
so fast, he was gonna run him
jumping in
over.
front of a train.
Yeah,
Bro.
like,
he wasn't even trying to get in front of him. He kind of just wanted to like push his legs while he was moving by, and he was going way too fast. Like, and he just like gets air, just nothing. I'm like, oh my god, that was one of the best football highlights I've seen. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god, that is absolutely hysterically funny. That is one of the best. It came off an interception, and the guy on the team that threw the interception had the best highlight. That's what's fucking wild. You don't ever see that shit ever.
Bro.
That is absolutely terrifying. I couldn't imagine like what if you're on the other guy on the Seahawks, like you're Tyler Lockett, and you're like just giving it your all, trying to help out Russ with this pick, and then all of a sudden, like DK just blows past. You're like, what is that?
All right, bet. Good shit, DK.
save me like 40 yards of energy, dude. Good looks.
That is,
I wasn't catching him, so good looks, DK.
by the way, speaking of Tyler Lockett, I mean, that is one of the most absurd receiving stat lines I've seen in a very long time that he put together this week. I don't know if anybody saw that. If I'm not mistaken, it was 15 for 201 with 3 touchdowns.
Damn,
I mean, what?
That
That's
fantasy
like-
numbers are insane.
That's
In
like
one
a
of my leagues,
video
I have
game.
him. It was 53 in one league and like 48 in the other.
That's like a video game, but not even just a video game. Like it was like the challenge that you had to move the sliders down to complete the challenge. Like That's the kind of numbers.
Shit was like the challenge, so you literally ran every single play to lock it. Like that's what it was like.
Yes.
Like every
53
single.
in our league was Tyler Lockett.
Who has him?
Your Kevin.
Oh, so he definitely won in this week. I remember him talking shit, so he definitely won.
I got him this week in fantasy, and the Colts play the Lions.
Oh, nice. I had that. Week 1, I had that. I served him the double L. Give him the double L. It's my cousin. He's annoying as hell.
Yeah.
I hope you're listening this week. I hope you listen this week, Kevin. You're annoying as hell. I love you, but you're annoying as hell. That's why I want you to lose.
Do we want to transition to the hardwood? Are we ready? Or do you
Wait,
Yes, sir.
give me 3 seconds to try to think of a Halloween transition for the hardwood.
Okay, well we have to do it with 5-star as well.
Okay, never mind. Go ahead. You do 5-star.
All I want to say is the Bears stink.
This week I'll agree. I'm pissed.
We coming for y'all, boy. We coming.
If that's who's coming for us, then we feel good. We feel
Good.
That's
Good.
coming
We only
for us.
got 3 losses, bro. Keep talking. We played the hardest part of our schedule.
We got 3. That's
Keep talking.
it's
Keep
a
talking.
bummer. Like I can't even remember last time
We hear
Terrence
every
beat
week.
us. I don't even know if I had pubic hair last time Terrence's Lions beat us.
Damn, we beat you last season, so look at you.
I thought we swept. No, I feel like we swept last year, dude. We got the Lion Slayer. We're not losing.
Zach get exposed saying he just got his first pubes.
So what if I just got my first pubes? No.
How's it feel to be an adult?
Can we not do that now, guys?
It's emotional. It's emotional. You know, you go through these ups and downs. All this.
Still looking at this Kim Caminetti jersey though.
Speaking of cool vintage jerseys,
Nailed it.
go to 5starvintage.com, type in one word other team for your promo code, get 15% off your next order. You could probably find something pretty rare and cool like a Ken Caminiti or near that, or vintage rad t-shirts, jerseys, band shirts, all that good stuff. 5starvintage.com is the place to go to. Other team, one word, 15% off your next order. Go there for something like that. And before we move on to the hardwood, just to let you know, our current backup QB beat the Lions this year. Go ahead, Jake.
Yeah, we did lose to the Wildcat that week 1. That sucks.
I think I got one. I think I got one. You guys hear that creepy feeling on the back of your neck, like there's something behind you? That's the NBA season. Eyeing a December return. We don't really have to talk about that, but I had to find a way to.
That was good. I thought you were. I thought you were gonna be like, do you hear that creaking on the floor? And I'm like, oh, that would be good. And this will. That's right.
What's
I'm
funny is
like,
I
didn't
didn't
get
even
it.
listening. I was still scrolling, looking at jerseys, and he said that shit. I had to click back, like, nah, mute this guy.
I mean, I didn't get a chance to prepare for Halloween transitions, man. These are off the
man.
fly. I gotta get some slack around here, dude.
Oh, that was funny.
What did I get muted for last week? Oh, tug of war. What would you call football? I called
oh
it
my
tug of war.
god.
Yeah, that one was like, yeah, no. What?
What do I be
Dude.
on the last couple of weeks?
Same shit Trevor Bauer was on.
Oh my god.
Shit, I need to get off the Trevor Bauer.
All right, Zach. I don't know.
He kind of Cali. He might get a strain up in him.
Go ahead, Zach. Go ahead with NFPA. I don't know. I'm lost
Oh.
in the sauce. I'm lost.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's NBA
I'm super ready
offseason,
to talk hoops.
and we got draft prospects and whatnot coming up, and that kind of seems to be the majority of whatever NBA Bleacher Reports we're getting these days. So just before we dive into it, I think we're going to get really into it next week, but just Terrence, you were kind of firsthand this week. You were in Vegas.
Yeah, man. So
know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
to go
Working,
down to
working.
Vegas. Got to go down to Vegas with one of the companies I'm working with. Got to see some prospects up close and personal. We saw arguably the number 1 pick in Tyrese Halbert out of Iowa State. Interesting jump shot.
Yeah.
He definitely has like
Halliburton
a hitch in
is
his
cool.
shot. Yeah, Halliburton.
Got like a little hitch in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, he has definitely a hitch in it. My player comp for him, he had an interesting quote recently. Said he's gonna be he believes he's the number 1 pick, and that they're gonna talk about it years to come. And like we'll talk about that later. Like if I'm not the number 1 pick, y'all gonna regret it essentially. So I was like, that's interesting. You got some dog in him to say something like that. To me, I wouldn't take a number 1. That's crazy talk, but he's a really good player. My player comp for him, though, I would say he's a Michael Carter Williams type, or like Lonzo Ball. He's more like that. To me.
I like Lonzo. I don't know. I like the MCW.
I don't think I like
He
either of those
really
guys.
reminds me of Michael Carter Williams, who is not a bad player, but he really reminds me of Michael Carter Williams.
The hitch in his shot makes me think he's more like Lonzo because it's gonna be hard to get his shot off, one-on-one off the bounce. My favorite player I did see though was Malachi Flynn. I am 1,000% in a Malachi Flynn playing club. Point guard out of San Diego State. Hope he's gonna be like a late first round pick. He could slide up earlier, maybe get to like 15 the highest.
But was it from him that like made him stand out to you and like turned your head and made you like?
I just liked his pace of play and whatnot, and just even though they weren't like playing any, it was more like just watching him work out and so forth. But I just liked how he carries himself and watching him. I liked him during the season.
You could tell like when he's on the floor, he controls the ball. Like
and he's an older player. I think he's perfect if he lands to like a situation like Toronto, because Toronto has Van Vliet. Who knows if you really want to max out Van Vliet? I personally, I don't know when a draft is happening and compared to when free agency starts. If the draft happens before free agency, I'm definitely, if I'm Toronto, looking to replace Van Vliet and then have to figure out that situation if it comes about. Because I don't know if I would pay him that much money. I love Fred, but at the same time, do you really want to max out a shot-creating 6'2" guard? I don't know. Me personally, fuck no. That's not the kind of players I max out. But
Right.
It was a lot of bigs there too. Saw some bigs from Stanford and so forth. But I was really Devon Dotson was there as well.
I liked him a lot. I'm not gonna lie, at Kansas.
He got a beautiful looking jump shot.
That's awesome.
Jump shot. He didn't shoot it well enough, but his form is definitely textbook.
Did you get any like overseas players there working out or anything like that? Guys that weren't in the college?
Yeah, it was one guy that was overseas. He's working out to be either the number one pick or he plays in the Filipino Basketball Association. They redraft every single year, which I didn't know.
That's wild.
Quick plug out. All these interviews will be released later. I interviewed a lot of these players. It's going to be released later on next ones. And so forth. Check my social media. All this will be released later on. But yes, I did interview some of these guys. And this guy for the PBA, he's training to be like the number one pick or number two pick over there. He was nice. He went to, what school was that? He went to like a low mid-major. And then he's over there now playing. So like I said, all this stuff will be detailed and so forth.
What was his name? The Filipino Basketball League guy?
His last name was Malonzo. Jamie Malonzo, I think his name was.
Okay.
But yeah, like
lottery pick, huh?
He's about to be the number one pick over there
in the PBA, Jake. He's going to be the number one pick in the PBA.
Right.
Yeah, PBA.
Okay.
Filipinos Basketball Association.
I thought you were saying he was coming from there to try to be a top pick here. I'm sorry, I misunderstood you.
No, but talking about actually upcoming picks, I do want to talk about that as well. Because we do have the mock draft pulled up. I do have the mock draft pulled up, talking about some of the names. So we all know about Anthony Edwards. I'm super excited to see him. I do think Minnesota should not overthink that. 1,000% just go ahead and get the score to match with D'Lo. A lot of hype. It came out last week. The dude from overseas, the international player, Denny. He did work out for the Warriors. So if the Warriors are trying to get weird, that may mean they don't want Andrew Wiggins, and they may try to pack Andrew for a big man because they still got to get a big.
Right, because everyone's been assuming they're going to go Wiseman because they need a big.
I think they should go Wiseman. Go get Wiseman, a fucking 7'1" big man who can protect the rim, who can shoot.
And you don't have to
ball.
pay him. He's going to be on a rookie contract.
Exactly. You get a kid, and then I don't know. I think Wiggins is in a perfect situation. I like Wiggins personally, but I also think the Warriors could go with Obi Toppin. I love what Obi Toppin is.
Obi's my guy.
He's still small, but in today's basketball, maybe they might just want to go with Draymond.
Send him to Houston.
No, that's done though. Do they have? They still don't have a coach, do they?
Did they get a coach yet? I don't think so.
Because it was rumored that it was going to be Cassell, but I don't think he's got it yet.
Lou is rumored too.
Not no mo.
Man,
Not no mo.
But it was crazy though. If it wasn't for COVID and whatnot, I would have been able to see like Killian Hayes and some of the international prospects that were supposed to be.
Yeah, that's what I really was. That's what I was asking. If you.
But yeah, I didn't see any of the top international prospects
because of COVID. I didn't think about that. Look at my door.
It was cool. I got to ask all those guys about COVID and so forth, and all of them was just like the process has been long for them. So
it's different. Not what I expected. Look at me being athlete. Look at my
number one pick. I feel like LaMelo might drop. I feel like it's a lot of hype for him, but I feel like some reason tells me he's gonna drop. Just because people are stupid.
I'm like, he's nice. I'm big on LaMelo. Nice. He's super nice.
I love the way Terrence.
I'm looking at a mock draft
people are
here.
Stupid.
I'm looking at several mock drafts. They got Tyrese going 8. They got Melo going 4 to the Bulls, which makes no sense. Because Kobe was nice over there. Kobe showed out.
Yeah, Kobe was good.
That wouldn't make any sense.
Levine's been unhappy. Maybe they're gonna move Levine.
Wow, whoever gets that is coming up. Actually,
Lakerland.
I didn't put this on the docket, but I did want to ask you guys about this. I'm sorry, I do this every week. Look at me not be prepared. What a dick.
Mark.
Clippers filled out the coaching staff with Atkinson, Larry Hughes, and Dan Clark. Dan Clark, is that his name? Dan Craig. From the Heat. Do we think that is like noteworthy, or do you think it's just another coaching staff? How do you know? What was your impression on that?
I know Craig is supposed to be like one of the higher assistants going into this next season, like valued and stuff. So I definitely like that. I don't know much about Larry Hughes being a coach. I know obviously I liked him as a player. He was really good.
My guy, Larry.
Kenny Atkinson, I like a lot. I thought he got a tough break in Brooklyn.
Wait, who's Kenny? Wait, what staff is this?
This is the Clipper staff. This
Wait,
is
they got Kenny Atkinson on the staff?
Kenny Atkinson, Larry Hughes Sr., and Dan Craig from Miami.
Oh,
that's why I wanted to
that's
bring
one
it
of the
up.
best staffs in basketball.
That's
Wowzers.
what I
didn't know they got
asking.
Kenny. Damn, that's just as good or better than the Lakers.
And I was going to ask, do you like that over last year's staff of Doc with Ty Lue and Sam
No
Cassell?
doubt.
And they also
Doc
have
is
Chauncey
gone.
Billups on the new staff. Also Chauncey Billups. I don't want to leave my guy out. Sorry.
Doc's gone, so yes, that's a play.
Terrence, like it could have been us there with Ty. Doc's gone. We're good.
Doc's gone.
That's it. I just thought that was like those were the moves that they had
I think it's
made.
one of the better staffs in the NBA. Clippers typically with under Ballmer have had one of the better staffs in the NBA every year.
Man, they got Cole Anthony going late. That's
Where?
I'm not big on him. I don't
did like him.
UNC guys. Dude.
late first round.
No UNC
What
guys.
team do they have it as? I'm just curious.
This one had Cole Anthony going 22 to Denver, which would be beautiful for Denver because that's just another really good prospect to go with all the other good.
That's right when you said it, I was like, well, that might not be that bad.
No UNC guys, dude.
He's not a UNC guy. The one and done guys are hard to be.
And he barely even
He's
played.
a UNC guy.
He may not just be good because he could be a guy that just has a silver spoon because his dad's in the league. He don't even work that hard.
Hey, that sounded harsh.
Intel's.
Bug
No UNC guys.
That face just screamed, bug him.
Welcome.
I think he's a good player though, but could be
I was
that.
like, hey, that sounded harsh. Terrence was just like, fuck it.
We in the business of harsh takes, man.
So we have that
fucking
giant free agent big board that Jacob so graciously.
Y'all want me to share the big board?
You can for the people who are watching on YouTube and stuff and have a visual. We're obviously not going to say every single name on here. It's a big ass free agent board, but it's like all of the unrestricted free agents coming up. And I know Jake wanted to talk about like who do we think, for the Clippers and other teams would be good.
Oh yeah, we were discussing yesterday on our meeting. We said Lakers and Clippers mainly. Like, who are some guys they need to target? Was something that we were discussing.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody is watching on YouTube, my highlighted names, red names, were names I think that like all possibilities that the Clippers should seriously pursue. I would love your guys' input on this. Like, if you guys think I did good, bad, who you do like, who you think is whack. Two names right here that are right here on the screen that I am going to let you know right now that I think are pivotal. They were both Clippers last year that the Clippers need to re-sign are Marcus Morris Sr. and JaMychal Green. I think it's like imperative the Clippers get those guys back. Basically, red names are guys that they should pursue and I think like would really help the team. Blue names are like, I kind of think like it sounds good, but then when I think about it, I'm like, I don't know if it really works. And I put Fred VanVleet in blue because I just don't think the Clippers are going to have the money to pay him. But if any of these names you think are whack or you would have put any other names on or whatever, I just
looking at the list, I love
what
Chris Dunn. This is who I think they should go after.
Yeah, I that was one of the first things I grabbed me too was Christian Wood. No, definitely.
I would not bring Marcus Morris back. I mean, I wouldn't bring Marcus Morris back either, but I definitely wouldn't bring JaMychal back either if I'm bringing Christian Wood in. Because Christian Wood could start and Zubac could maybe come off the bench or either or. Both of those dudes are really good young players. Christian Wood's a 20-10 guy. Honestly, you may not be able to afford this dude. Like, he's about to get paid. But I love Chris Dunn. Bringing Danilo back would be interesting. Don't think you can afford him. Nerlens Noel's a good player. Austin Rivers, hell no. Marcus Morris, you can bring back DJ Augustine. I've said it all year. He's the guy I would have loved it. No, not DJ Augustine. I was talking about what's my boy in?
Was it DJ Rossi? Yeah, he was
It
in
was.
Orlando, wasn't
It
he?
was. I'm still trying to get through the shock that Christian Wood's better than Ivica Zubac.
Look his numbers. Look up Christian Wood's numbers.
He averaged
But-
13.
What is it? But the minutes played.
13
It's like
and
in the-
6 in 20
in the
minutes.
played,
21 minutes.
It was a stat that was showing that like in his minutes played though, it's like 20 and 10. Whatever. I really am a big Christian Wood guy because he can shoot it and he protects the rim. As well, I really like Chris Dunn. But he can't shoot. Chris Dunn's a good backup.
That's what
He's
worried
also
me
a
about
good
Chris
replacement.
Dunn was like, I'm like,
He's a good replacement for Patrick Beverly, personally.
yeah. I was just
'Cause he
like,
can guard
can't
both positions as
score.
well.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's not going to score for me. That was my thing.
Goran
about Chris Dunn.
Dragic is amazing. pickup.
Man, could you imagine if they got him?
Even coming off the injury from the finals?
Yes. Because I don't think you're asking him to be a star.
This is an interesting one too. Jordan Clarkson could be interesting. as
We
well.
already got Lou.
But I
Like, if I got
this
Lou
is the
Williams,
guy
I
right
don't
here.
need Jordan Clarkson to me. Like,
This
that's
is
how I
the
felt.
guy right here that if they landed, that really could be a title. If they landed I'm sorry. If they landed Goran Dragic and re-signed Jermichael and brought in maybe another big, that could get weird. Could bring back Mo Harless.
But what do you guys think? Oh, I really like Gordon Dragic.
I thought another name on here that wasn't a Clipper. I liked Austin Rivers as a thought a lot. I thought, he's been just scoring his ass off in Houston low key. Like if he came off the bench for us, he might be a good point guard. And Serge Ibaka, I thought could be like game changing for the Clippers if
Serge
they were to
is a
get
good pick
Serge
as well.
Ibaka.
That's a beautiful backup.
Right.
To,
Yeah.
Ibaka. That's a
Game
fantastic.
changing.
Honestly, if you landed that, I love the Goran Dragic pickup.
If you landed both of those, but
Could
I don't
you-
think.
I mean,
don't know
they
what their
could
money
start.
situation
They
is
could start them together.
guys got some
Ibaka and
cash, though.
Zubac.
What is that?
I
Kawhi at
I'm
the
with
3, Paul at the
Jacob.
2.
I want Markieff.
Somebody look
or,
it
I'm
up.
sorry, Marcus.
What is
and-
your cap space for the Clippers?
I don't know what it is. I won't lie to you.
Look, Zach's on it.
But yeah, I really like that. KCP would be a good option as well. Because you guys could use more shooting. Joe Harris, they said, is about to get paid. So he's not an option. KCP probably gets some decent money too if he opts out. This man's making some money too. This is the one that was in this is the Grant.
Denver.
in
This is Denver
right?
Grant. Denver
Ooh,
Grant.
He's getting paid. Bring him instead of Marquis. I'm a huge Jeremy Grant fan.
Jeremy Grant over Marcus Morris?
Yep, our Marquis. Yeah, Marcus. Yeah, no.
We're not talking about Cable Morris. That was a Laker. We're talking about direct.
I know
TV
Marcus Morris. Same. I'm a big Jeremy Grant fan.
Over
But
Marcus
dude, honestly,
Morris.
I think you hit it on the head right here.
Christian Wood over Zubac and,
And Jeremy Grant.
over Marcus Morris.
Why are you trying to gut the team and set them back 5 years?
That's your picks.
I like these guys, but I love the Goran Dragic. Man, that Goran Dragic is really.
I just got stressed out thinking about the format of the Clippers if Terrence was running it. I just got
Oh, it'd be beautiful.
anxiety.
I'm not getting rid of Zubac. Christian Wood's a really good player, but
You just told me Zubac's coming off the bench for
either one
Christian
is coming off the
Wood.
bench.
And then you told
Either
me,
one.
and then you just told me I don't have Marcus Morris anymore, who started every game. I got Jeremy Grant.
Who started every game in Denver?
Look at me. Look how stressed I am right now. Just
You're
envisioning
stressed
it.
because you root for the wrong team anyway.
That's
Grew up
true.
in LA and decided to pick the wrong team. That's why you're stressed.
That's probably
Nah.
true. There's some truth to that, but still, that's wild. That's wild to me. That's a wild.
Jeremy Grant's a career 9 points a game. Like I just don't get it.
That's fine. I don't want to hear about career numbers.
Not when you back.
numbers again?
Not when you backing up that dude.
11.
Marcus Morris? No way. He was averaging a dub for the Knicks.
For 1
12.
year.
Average 12
Yeah,
a game.
Almost,
I knew it wasn't
almost
much
nailed
higher.
it.
11,
Almost
12.
nailed it.
I mean, he's been
knew it was
at
11,
14.
12 points.
He's been at 14 and then 20 with the Knicks.
That's what about
like,
he is. He's a 12, 14
like,
points worth.
J-
That's not a bad thing though. Like he's a good.
Good.
player.
That's
Marcus
solid.
Morris is
That's a good
player.
role. That's a good piece for your team for sure.
He's a really good player. I'm not knocking him. I just really like Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant probably end up on
He
the
got
Lakers.
wild
And
athleticism.
y'all gonna hate his ass when he locking up.
No, not
Because
anymore.
LeBron was talking to him after that series. Watch his ass be a Laker.
Jeremy Grant.
Nobody mentioned Paul Millsap, who's the first name on there. Too old.
That's why, because it was all the way up here. I didn't even really see it.
That's good. It'd be a good pickup.
He's just small, but that would be a good.
I
pickup. He's a
almost
good
did
leadership guy, too.
Danilo too, but I was like, where would he play and fit in? It's kind of how I felt with Danilo.
Oh shit! Just go small
I
and
can't
just lock up.
find the cap space. It looks like they might have like 15 mil saying to play with or something.
What about for the Lakers? Who are like guys you think the Lakers have to target? I have KCP.
Whoever the worst names
Bradley
are in this list are. Bring Avery Bradley back in here. Let's go ahead and get Shabazz Napier over there. They could have Bazemore.
Again, that already was a Laker.
Cable Morris, sign him again. Bring him back.
To me, they're gonna go after guys.
Wesley Matthews with one leg.
I agree, Terrence. I was thinking whoever has a jump shot.
But Joe Harris
will get a call.
About to get paid, but that's somebody they're gonna try to get. Jay Crowder's an option for them. He fits what they want to do. Not Shabazz Napier. Brian Forbes, he's a shooter.
Yeah, Bryn Forbes is dope. He's a good shooter.
I was, I'm looking, and when I was doing for the Clippers, I was like,
DJ August is another guy that could be a Clipper as well.
Their shooting is fine. Their offense was fine. To me, it was all about like finding
Michael Carter Williams
for the point guard. Zach's just trying to fucking sabotage the Lakers. Just trying to sabotage.
That's the last brother that could shoot.
Zach sabotaged the Lakers worse than Terrence just tried to sabotage the Clippers. That's what Zach just did.
Yeah, for real. No, Terrence completely tried to sabotage our team right now. I was scared for our outcome. I was scared for the outlook of the
Lawrence
Clippers.
Frank, do not listen to this episode. Holy God.
To the one guy that knows basketball, my fault.
I'm gonna have panic attacks.
One guy. You thought you could just slide the one guy. What is that? What is that?
The one guy.
Don't want to.
Did I say it again? I tried to slay it in and not as disrespectful, but you need me to respect.
No, it was. Now you're gonna hurt my feelings.
Disrespectful because it's
now you're gonna hurt my feelings.
Well, that's why it's disrespectful because it's not true. That's what makes it so egregious.
I think my feelings are hurt.
I'm gonna probably.
The truth usually hurts, dog. You wouldn't hurt if it didn't matter. Like if you didn't believe it. That's why you know it's true. It hurts. But whatever. Moving on.
Terrence Scott cutting deep on this spooky Speaking
episode. Of cutting deep, actually, I am going to go to the next spooky island. You know what is spooky? That fucking transition could be Blade on Justin Gaethje.
Oh, that was a good Halloween transition. I'm with it.
Fantastic. Gaethje was fighting well, and next thing you know, it's on your back transition, and that dude's movement on the ground is just so fluid. It was boom, 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 shit, like
you go here, your arm here, leg here, and then you're done.
And to see Khabib break down after that and show all that emotion and retire, I've
never seen him with that much. The last time I saw him with that much emotion was when he had anger at Connor and beat the shit out of Connor.
But you've never seen him
elation like that. You know?
Yeah. He left the gloves in the ring and everything.
Elation and
that's how you know he's not coming back.
I don't even know the emotion I'm looking for, but yeah, Zach, you've never seen that
breakdown.
Yeah, and just
it was just
it
was just
that
raw.
It felt like literally,
and it was purity. Yeah, it was like a purity in what he was doing. Like you could tell he just
he's not the best pound for pound fighter, but I respect the UFC.
He's one of the greats. Yeah, he's one of the greats.
On the Khabib fight, it seemed like Gaethje came out and hit him a couple of times, with some good punches. And
walk right through it.
Right, but he came out and was like, the second round, he was like, oh, okay, he can hit me. We're done here. And just was like, boom, ending it now, and finished it. It's kind of what it seemed like.
And he knew Gaethje was gassed. Gaethje had that adrenaline dump. And he came out with all that energy, and he was just running away from the constant Khabib pressure, which we all know is a Khabib staple. Is I'm coming right at you, and I'm going to do what I want. Let's just get this over with. Come here.
Khabib fights how I always imagine my nightmare with running into Jason would be I hit Jason with a haymaker, and he doesn't move. He just keeps walking forward.
Soldiers
that's how
forward.
Khabib was in that fight. Gaethje hit him with tanks, and Khabib didn't even respond. That has to be demoralizing. I understand you didn't. Even if I didn't hurt you, you gotta at least feel it. He didn't even feel these shits.
And we've seen Gaethje striking with the Ferguson, and he's a great striker. Hard, big punches, a great striker. And like you said, Khabib's just going don't care. And then once he's seen, 3-4 minutes into that first round, Gaethje had just worn himself out, trying to defeat the pressure and trying to keep the energy.
Gaethje mentally wore himself out. He was so amped for the fight, and he was so worried about the constant pressure that shit was just killing him.
And then second round starts.
Flight. I'm about to.
You want Mr.
Catch it
Miyagi?
soon.
You want Mr. Miyagi this full with some chopsticks?
And then that second round starts, and it just felt like Khabib had could sense that blood in the water. He could sense how tired he already was, and he was like, "This is just easy work. Let me get you on the ground."
Low hanging fruit at that point.
It was kind of, you saw it at the end of the first round. He got him on the ground, and it kind of got a little weird, and he withstood the bell. Man,
I'll beat Khabib's ass. Nah,
you're asleep.
that's the homie. That
Probably
dude's
not
crazy
even
good.
there.
Dude, yeah, I wouldn't even land a punch on him. Like Khabib's psycho good, dude.
So
And his stand-up game's so much better than people think.
you said he's
Like,
not
yeah.
the best pound per pound fighter ever,
No.
but he's up there. He's definitely ranked. He's on the list.
Mhm.
You know. Give
I
us-
wonder if he would come back to fight GSP though.
who is above him
That'd be
on
so
the list?
fire. Be so fire. GSP
Who's
and John
above him on
Jones.
that list?
Just
John
those
Jones
two?
is on
Anybody
above
else?
that list.
Zach said GSP.
There's a
as
lot
well.
of greats in UFC. It's hard, but if you're, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen someone as dominant other than those two guys I named, other than Khabib, off the top of my
No
head like
GSP?
that. No, I'm saying other than
okay.
GSP and John Jones are the most dominant I've probably ever personally witnessed with my eyes. Just pure.
You got nothing for him.
You just knew it didn't matter. And Khabib, I guess, has that same aura. So off the top of my head, I guess I could put Khabib as high as 3 off the top of my head. But man, what's the super OG guy's name? Boss Rutan? That guy has got some psycho clips too. Talk about pure dominance. Just walk in the ring and own another grown man. It is, it's just scary.
Terrence, who
Who
can be
also has
placed
a good
above
case is
Khabib?
Adesanya.
Yeah. He's definitely, and he's only building it, and he's so young.
And his knock is, if you're going to be on the other argument against Adesanya, people are going to say, well, he hasn't fought the best fighters. You know what I mean? His competition hasn't been elite like that. Who would you put above Khabib on the list?
Who would I put above Khabib?
On that,
You
on
know
that,
who also has another case for the Stipe as well?
all
Stipe's
guys
ranked
who have
4 on the
lost
all-time
fights though.
list.
Does that doesn't deter you? That these guys have theoretically lost fight, not even theoretically, they have actually lost fights, and Khabib never lost a fight. That doesn't make you want to put him above at all.
I wouldn't put him over Khabib. So to answer your question, I would say John Jones is definitively over him. So yeah, to answer your question, I probably would go with Khabib.
too or no? You like GSP too or no? To be definitively
GSP is
over him?
undefeated as well, right? He only I thought GSP lost once, or he is undefeated.
I don't think GSP ever lost.
I can't remember a GSP losing a fight.
Let's hold on.
At least not in the UFC.
Let's go. We got the all-time rankings right here.
Yeah, GSP is 26-2.
Who's
In the UFC?
They haven't
Matt
ranked
Sarah or something?
Was a great fighter too.
Matt Hughes. Yep, I knew it. Matt Hughes and Matt Sarah are
Yeah.
GSP. I was like, I know he lost to Matt Sarah.
Well, there it is.
He
As
got
long as
knocked
you're
out,
named-
right?
As long as you're named Matt, you'll lose. You'll beat him. That's-
Yeah, KO from Matt Sarah, TKO on punches, and the Matt Hughes one was an armbar.
Yeah, I was like, Matt Hughes was a wrestler. He was all about floor game.
So this ranking has a GSP, John, Aldo, Anderson Silva. They don't even have Khabib.
It might not be updated right away.
This is updated 10/26.
Oh shit!
This thing just hates Khabib. That doesn't make any sense.
So
Oh,
what,
no, they
what
have him
happens now with
14.
that belt? What happens with
They
that
have him
belt?
ranked 14 all time.
Khabib?
Yeah.
So now that belt's vacant again, and what? Gaethje gets to go fight someone for it?
That's what I was gonna ask. Do you think Justin Gaethje still gets to fight for that belt since he technically won it, and then now?
Yeah, I feel like they said that.
So, do we know? I don't know if anybody heard that just now.
Yeah, we
Does
did.
anybody?
Probably the winner of the Poirier McGregor fight.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask. Who do we think his competition be? Okay, let's say it's McGregor. I think we're all hoping for McGregor, in my eyes at least.
Nope.
Uh,
Hope he gets his ass rocked.
Hell no. Connor all day, baby.
this is the Conor McGregor podcast, Terrence. Don't you ever forget it.
Until he sponsor us, nope.
Him and Trevor Bauer, we like both those guys. No, actually,
No, we like Trevor.
It's a split decision around here on McGregor for sure. If it is McGregor, you think Gaethje beat his ass? Unbiased.
I don't know. Unbiasedly, I really don't know. It just it depends what type of fighter Connor is this late. Is he really gonna?
We haven't seen him in so long.
We do have fights this weekend though on Halloween. We got
fight?
Anderson Silva versus
Oh,
Uriah
yeah.
Hall.
You didn't want to address the Conor McGregor question?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear it. I was looking at this.
What was the question?
I was just asking if McGregor fought Gaethje, what you think would happen? Unbiasedly.
McGregor wins that fight. McGregor will win that fight.
I was saying, Zach, it's been so long since we've seen McGregor. Like
His stand-up game's better than Gaethje's.
we might not know what to expect from him coming into this fight.
Yeah. I don't know. Is his stand-up game that much better? Do I know that for
I feel
sure?
like Gaethje throws bombs.
Yeah, Gaethje's a
stand-up
great.
game's better. McGregor's stand-up game is better than Gaethje's. But we got some decent fights on here this card this weekend though. You got Uriah Hall, Anderson Silva as the main. Co-main is featherweights with Bryce Mitchell and Andre Fili. Then you got middleweight Kevin Holland, who is funny as hell as a fighter. And then you got Monkov Murdoff. Yeah, something like that. And then you got the heavyweights Maurice Green fighting the former NFL Greg Hardy.
I love when Greg
Still
Hardy gets in
wild.
there. Even
It's
though
still
not that I
wild.
like him, I just
He's
think
a
it's crazy that he
explosive
does
fighter. He's a piece of shit, but he's a fantastic UFC fighter, though. And then you got Bobby Green versus Thiago Moses. And then let's see what the prelims. Any prelim worth mentioning? No, I don't know any of these people. Yeah, that's UFC though, man. I'm always excited to talk about combat sports, people getting punched.
I do. I can't wait for the next big boxing match too. I don't even know when that's coming up. I think Tyson Fury said he's fighting in December, if I'm not mistaken. I heard that.
I
So
feel like
that'd be
Danny
cool.
Garcia is fighting soon.
I don't know if and the Charlo brothers, I like them too. Those guys are pretty gnarly.
Wait, I feel like a super fight is coming up.
So that would be cool. I don't know if Fury's getting the rematch with Wilder in December or what's going on when they fight again, but I'm pretty sure I saw that Tyson
It's going
Fury,
one more time.
Yeah, they're going to be
It's
round
1-1,
three.
right?
Yeah, it's 1-1. And
Fury won the last one.
and I think they're going to go I'm pretty sure I read on the ESPN ticker that Fury's fighting in December, so that'll be cool. But besides that, what have we been watching, doing?
Well, I already spoiled it earlier. I've just been watching Halloween movies like they're going out of fucking style.
You're such a dork.
What do you want from me, dude? What was the last one I watched? Actually, I watched a really good movie. I guess it was under the Halloween section on Amazon Prime. It's called Black Box. Terrence, I think you'd really like this movie.
I feel like I've seen that movie.
It's new on Amazon Prime. It's a Blumhouse movie.
Okay,
It just
then,
came
yeah.
out. It just came out recently this year. It's like
I've
an
seen some
all
movie
it's like
with
an
a
all
box.
black all black director, all black cast. Like I think you.
Oh, that's why I like it, huh?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
every-
things you support. Absolutely.
Every TV show I've ever mentioned
Just because
on
it's
here,
black,
the
fuck you guys.
immediate follow-up
Yes.
you've given me is there's no black people on that show. I won't watch it. This is
So
something
now you think
where
I'm
it's-
only gonna watch because they're black?
No,
Yeah.
but I'm saying you might be interested. It's an all
What
black
are you
cast
saying?
with really good that you like black shows and black movies.
I'm
trying to put
I
you
want
on
that
one.
clipped. I want that
Oh,
clipped like that. That's
shit.
I'm
so
like,
funny.
this is something right up your alley. It's really good acting. Anyway,
That
so-
is up there with Ernie Johnson's clip of bitch ass white boy. Oh my
so this
goodness, that was
guy
funny.
gets in like a car accident. It was pretty good. I'll give it like a 7.5.
It was a 4.
Oh, you can't get this all black movie at 9, huh?
Nah, hell no.
It wasn't good enough. I'm sorry. It was not good enough for
Oh.
another night.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sweating.
Interesting.
Who can see the
Interesting.
sweat running down my face right now? Good golly, Miss
crazy.
Molly.
Holy
Hey,
shit.
Zach's funny. Zach's funny. That's crazy. That's that shit. Like I ain't getting myself in, Joe. That's crazy.
Holy shit. That guy's my brother. That's crazy.
Dude gets in a car accident, loses part of his memory. He has like this daughter who helps him get through the day because he'd be like forgetting who he is and like where the fuck he's at and shit. And then he does like this experimental like therapy to get his memory back with this like doctor who's kind of shady. And that's like kind of where I'll leave it. That's, you know, kind of the basis of the story. Had a good little twist into it. Although I called the twist, I'm not gonna lie, like 35 minutes into the movie, I was like, it's gonna be that, and it was. But I mean, it was good. I actually really liked it. And it was like didn't come out in theaters, Blumhouse, Amazon Prime original movie thing, and it was like I was like, wow, this actually was way better than expected. Zach, it was 73, I want to say, on Rotten Tomatoes. So I don't know if that's high enough for you. That's kind of right on the edge for you on the Rotten Tomatoes scale.
I'm walking into that for sure with one eyebrow raised. Like, is this
So
gonna be
let's
Show
do
me
with that
something.
information what you will. The other two movies from Blumhouse that were released for Halloween on Amazon Prime were like in the 50s and 30s on Rotten Tomatoes, so I didn't even want to give those a try. I went with this one and had a better rating. That's what I watched. Sorry, I'm done here. I'm done digging a hole. I'm out of here.
Yeah, dude. You really exposed a lot of things about yourself in those last 45 seconds.
Jesus Christ.
But that's fine. I will say I haven't really been watching many shows this past week. I was so pumped last week. I had like 2 prepared and whatnot. Just watching a ton of soccer. Soccer is back in like full swing. So I've been like really on my Man United Red Devils. Wow. We got a big game tomorrow, Champions League. I'm projecting a big dub. Not going to lie. I feel like we're rolling in pretty solid. But yeah, so I've kind of just been on that soccer stuff. It's been good. Terrence, what you been watching, buddy?
Me, like I told you guys, I was busy, so I was up in Vegas last weekend. So I didn't really watch nothing, but I did start The Boys yesterday. Season 2, episode 1, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to try that again. We're going to run it back and try episode 1 of season 1. So me and Trevor Bauer, we definitely could be good homies because we go off the same stupid shit. So yeah, season 1, episode 1 is where I'm going to try because apparently I didn't do that right.
You played it a little backwards, right? Hey, sometimes you want to see the ending before you see the beginning. Some movies start like that, and then you got to wind back.
But I didn't even do that. I didn't even see the most recent episode. I just randomly popped in season 2,
popped into the middle and was like, "What is this?"
Dude,
I was like, none of this makes any sense, but okay.
I got the biggest bottle of champagne in my fridge. I can't wait to go into the middle of the street and
I'm bringing
that
one
shit tonight.
I'm bringing one too, Zach. I hope I get to pop it over there, and I don't got to pop it over here. With just
God,
me
I
and
wish
Gary
I might have to pull up on you.
You might have to.
I'm pulling it's already in the fridge. It's ice cold. Like we went, hitting the elevator, going right downstairs out front of my apartment complex.
And if you don't,
it's going nuts.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to do it tomorrow.
I'm gonna have to do it tomorrow. Yeah.
All right. Before, because we will not be on episode after Game 7. Well, we'll be on episode like days after Game 7.
I'm off Friday. We could do a spur of the moment.
We could definitely. I would like that. I like where your head's at, kid. But yes, we actually do need to end a cuff championship episode or fucking tears and joy.
Championship episode. It's a championship.
All right,
episode.
we're committing to it. When's Game 7?
Game 7's Wednesday.
If a Game 7
necessary. If necessary.
It'll be Wednesday.
It'll be tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
Wednesday.
We might have to do an emergency episode Saturday.
No, it'd have to be
See
Friday.
what it's about. Friday, Saturday, whatever. Commit. We're doing
I
it.
can't do Saturday.
Friday.
Damn. I think it's going to be no tears episode for sure. We're going to be
down.
Tears of joy.
Tears of joy episode for sure.
If the champagne is, let's say, if it's sorrows,
What do I do with
gotta
it?
drink it on cam.
No, I'm not drinking the champagne if we don't win. You're stupid. I'm gonna go down to the 7-Eleven parking lot and give that big ass bottle to a bum. Be like,
you gotta have a
Feel
cup
like-
on cam, man. Gotta have a cup of champagne on cam.
no, champs
For what?
drink champ. If I'm not a champ,
Champ
I
drink
So
don't
what you gonna
drink
do?
champ.
What we
I'm
doing?
dead ass going to give it to
You're
the
gonna
bum at
just hand it-
7-Eleven. Yeah, I'm like, bro, there's a big
All right,
ass
well,
bottle
let
of
me know,
$15 champagne.
'cause I like mimosas, so let me know when you
Yeah,
gonna get
I was
out.
about to say. I was like,
come
I'm
down
gonna-
there, Raggedy's fucking grab some shit because I need
No.
that.
I was like, my
Champagne?
next day off, I'm gonna drink in the morning. Like,
That champagne is reserved for winners. Okay,
Okay, well, I'm a winner at heart.
You know what I'm
Shoot that to
saying?
me.
That's the attitude I'm
I'm
talking
not giving
about.
it at all to Terrence, who's been praying secretly for Dodger demise so he could see me cry and pop a blood vessel. So he's definitely not getting it.
I love entertaining fucking sports, dude. I swear I watch fucking sports the wrong way. Because I've been watching my team like, oh my God, Lions, this is entertaining. Like, drive. No, shit, we lost. Like, I hate it. Why can't I just be a homer and just want us to win all the time?
That is
Can't wait. It's
hysterically
gonna be
funny,
good.
Zach. Zach, you're a funny guy. You know that, man.
That is funny, though. He said this champagne is reserved for winners.
It's true.
Yeah,
But
Champs drink
as
champagne.
always, this is the other team. The Bears stink. The Jags go for Trevor Lawrence. We're here. Everson Griffin off the side. We needed a pass rush. We're out here. We're coming back. Lion game. I don't care. Dodgers probably going to win tonight. Let's pop these bottles. It's the other team. Mamba forever. We out of here.